ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM KZDC San Antonio. This
Jason Minnis, Rob Thompson, The Blitz.
It is The Blitz on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM, and on the go at ESPNSA.com. Welcome to the show. My name is Michael Jimenez, host of the Sunday Sports Grill here on ESPN San Antonio, joined by my man, Brandon Big Papi Medina. How you doing?
What is going on, San Antonio? We are having a good time. The go-home show for 4th of July could not have picked a better duo right here. The fantasy gods in the summer, back in it. We haven't even been in the studio together in over
about 2 years.
2 years? Yeah.
2 years. Amazing. We did the Fantasy Gods together, our fantasy football show last football season.
Yep.
Rumor has it, it's coming back.
It's coming back, people. And rumor has it, Brandon Big Papi Medina's coming for the title that was taken away from me.
You got to make the playoffs.
I got to make the playoffs this time. Even though I was in literally death row of just murderers in fantasy football. But we'll get into that. We have a lot to talk about for sure. Fantasy football, it's coming back. We're excited to do that. But obviously, I mean, there's so much to talk about today. What a stacked show.
Oh, it is. You know, we're thinking about it. It's a holiday weekend.
Yep.
And you would think that at this point we'd be easing in to 4th of July. James Pledger wants to chime in on something.
Come on, if you're going to fill in for Rob and Jason, you got to do it right.
Tell me.
You got to do it right. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, is it because I didn't say it is the Blitz really loud?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Can we do it all on three?
1, 2.
We're going to the back.
Jason Minnis, Rob Thompson, The Blitz.
It is the Blitz on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM.
We have to run it back.
Woo!
Run it back with Pledge. I appreciate it.
You know, I am here for the coaching. That's outstanding. James Pledger is my mentor. Normally he will mentor me, off hours or during the commercial break, but never during show. But I'll take it. I like it.
You gotta have that. You gotta have that energy when you come into the Blitz.
Yeah, because he has like a raspiness, right? It's like
it is
the Blitz, right? It's like that raspiness that he has. It's like 6'5".
Yeah,
it
is like Garth Brooks singing "Shameless."
Yes, it is. It is. He definitely has that.
You're coming in with wild horses. I ain't
not taking it. Not taking it. Not gonna fly.
Well, speaking of Rob Thompson, he is out today, enjoying the holiday a day early. Jason Minnis is also out today, so. For those of you who don't know us, I host the Sunday Sports Grill. Brandon hosts the Post Up and also Down for the Count. And together we do the Fantasy Gods. So, we've enjoyed being here and we love filling in for the guys when they're out.
100%. I haven't been able to come here and fill in for the guys in quite a while, so this is going to be a fun time. Obviously, it's a weekend. It's an exciting weekend with 4th of July, but also playoffs. You have the Euros going on. You have Wimbledon. You have so much going on that it's a great time to be on the show. It's a great time to be a sports fan. It's a great time to have a Friday, and hopefully you guys are getting off of work early, right? With the long weekend. So that's exciting. Hopefully you already got your drink set. You know what meat you're putting on the grill. We got to make sure we have all that, and hopefully you have a safe 4th of July and a happy 4th of July.
You got big plans?
I got some plans up my sleeve. You know what I mean? I have a couple bottles of Terramana tequila waiting for me at the house. Got some Lone Stars. I was telling you. Listen, you got to go cheap to celebrate the Americana. You know what I mean? I can't be buying Dos Equis on American
Plus,
Day.
you got to save that money on that beer so you can head over to Tri-County and get those meats for yourself. Tri-County Meat Market, man, that is where it's at.
Yes.
They have got the specials to get you set up for this holiday weekend.
I saw Jason Minnis doing like a Wagyu brisket. Is that what that don't test me with a good time.
I know. Rob Thompson earlier today asked us, do we know the difference between barbecuing and grilling? And I was so disappointed that I didn't know the answer.
What was the answer? Tell us what he told you.
I think he said something like, if you use high heat, it's grilling.
Yeah.
And if it's a long-term type of thing, then it's just standard barbecuing.
Okay.
Low and slow.
Low and slow. There
That's
you
right,
go.
baby.
I'll be heading out to California, 6:35 a.m. flight tomorrow. So I will be up really early. Either that or staying up really late with Pledge at the Brew Pub. I'm not sure
which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But going to LA to visit some family, taking my daughters, hoping to go see the Red Sox play the Angels. So that would be pretty cool
awesome.
on 4th of July.
Shall we on the mound?
I hope so. I don't think so because All-Star break is coming up pretty quick.
Just bombing home runs.
I mean, you can look at the game you're going to. They have projected starters.
True. Welcome to the Blitz. We go from 4 to 7. As Brandon mentioned, we have a really stacked lineup today. On today's show, a track star has been suspended from the Olympic race that she was expected to win gold. I'm actually very fascinated by that story because the reasoning that she gave for that particular suspension. At 5:15, RJ Ochoa of Blogging the Boys will be with us talking about Cowboy Camp. It is coming up. At 6 o'clock, Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs will join us to talk about the upcoming draft, free agency perhaps. And it's not too early to talk about fantasy football. So we have the fantasy gods here. We have to talk about fantasy football. And also later on, we're giving away 2 chances to win a 4-pack of tickets to see the San Antonio Missions. And I cannot wait. At 4:45, the great debate about nachos.
You were really heated on this on social media.
I don't know how I piss off so many people on Twitter about just randomness, but it was great. And we had over 140 people respond to a poll about whether or not queso or shredded cheese belongs on nachos. So we're going to be talking about that at 4:45. But first, big announcement today in the NFL involving the Dallas Cowboys. The boys, for the first time since 2008, will be featured on HBO's Hard Knocks.
That's going to be an exciting one. There's a ton of storylines I'm excited to look out for. I think you look at it, the Dallas Cowboys organization is always under a microscope, right, in the media and social media in general. You look at the defense that Dallas has been pushing from the draft to now. You look at Zeke's expectations. You look at McCarthy as a whole, right? Was he the right pick? Is this the right path? There's so much, and of course, you have Dak Prescott at the forefront. But specifically, I'm interested to see how they show McCarthy in the light, how they show that defense in a certain light, especially with Hard Knocks, because you usually get to see some of that nitty gritty stuff you definitely wouldn't see elsewhere. Are you excited for this? Does this pique your attention? I mean,
it does pique my interest. I'm not a Cowboys fan.
I know you're not. Yeah,
I'm a Saints fan, but it does intrigue me because I've said this for so many years. The Dallas Cowboys are the greatest reality show on TV. They're a reality show. I mean, if you think about it, they are the Kardashians of the NFL. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. They are interesting to watch, even when they're bad, when they're good. Doesn't matter if they have a championship contending team or if they're going 1-15. They are interesting. They've got interesting personalities. They've got star players. They literally have a star on their helmet. It is fun to watch because you are either a Cowboy fan or someone cheering against the Cowboys. There's nobody out there who's on the fence about them.
Yes, that's very true. That is very true. They're very hit or miss with fans and the fan base. They're either the most hated or the most loved. It is America's team, so it's only fitting they announced it on 4th of July weekend, right? That makes sense. I'm sure that was planned. So we'll see what happens there. I think there's just so much to enjoy with Hard Knocks. There's so much to enjoy with this specific team, especially coming off a season that maybe was not what people were expecting with McCarthy, with the Dak injury, with Zeke struggling after that offensive line had a bunch of holes due to injuries. There's a lot to dig into. I'm excited to hear what RJ has to say because, listen, RJ always has bullets ready to go, locked and loaded, and stats ready to pull out. I know me and you both saw that poster when the Phoenix Suns last time were in the finals, the Dallas Cowboys won the NFL title, and it's like, yeah, who knows that besides RJ Ochoa?
Yeah, it's been a long, long time, and that's the thing about being a Cowboys. I used to be a Cowboys hater, but now not so much. Okay, time has gone on so long that I kind of feel empathetic towards Cowboy fans. It's been 25 plus years.
My whole lifetime, they've never been good. That's literally to put it into perspective. I'm 24, going to be 25 in August. My entire lifetime, I've never seen the Cowboys make a playoff run.
So never in your lifetime have they been a title holder.
Which is why whenever you and I first talked and you're like, why are you a Vikings fan? Because I got tired of watching Marion Barber on Sundays. That's probably why. Yeah. I'd much rather watch a team that sucked but had Adrian Peterson than a team that sucked and had nobody I cared for. So,
well, I'm excited about Hard Knocks because not only is it a fascinating team, but there's certain players. I want to see CeeDee Lamb's maturity this year in the sense that he didn't have an off season last year. It was a very abbreviated training camp. They just threw them out there and he had a fantastic season. So I want to see what he does with a full off season and see if he goes from the number 3 receiver to the number 2 or 1 receiver. Rudolph Renee on Facebook Live. By the way, you can watch us on Facebook Live.
Yes, please go ahead. See, I mean, we have faces for radio. Absolutely.
And YouTube.
And on ESPN San Antonio's YouTube page. You can watch our show. Rudolph Renee says Cowboys and Lakers. Yeah, you either love them or hate them. Right? Very few are indifferent. And the Yankees.
Yes, that is very.
Notre Dame football. I mean, that's another one too.
Notre Dame football. That one came out of left field, but that's very true too. Look at Mike Jimenez. That's why we keep him best in the business. Right here. Look at this guy.
But I'm just fascinated by this upcoming season for a variety of different reasons. I want to see CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
I want to see Dak and his progression from that injury last year. The storylines are all there. I hate to say this because it might be sacrilegious sports-wise to say this, but Hard Knocks had kind of gotten kind of bad the last few years.
I don't disagree, but why do you think that was?
Well, COVID last year was one of them, but I think prior to that, there was just no intriguing storylines. I mean, other than trying to have like that one tight end player, from the Cleveland Browns trying to make the team. They try to make it like that, almost like it's American Idol,
like a reality show. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it gravitated away from the stars, and it gravitated away from the X's and O's of it all, and it became more of a melodrama.
Okay, no, I understand that, and I think you're right. I think it did become more of a melodrama. I think you start to choose certain characters in this reality base, but real life scenario team that you're cheering for to make a team, to make the next cut, whatever the case. But there's only so much you can do. Like some of the shows definitely have just basic storylines, right, that we always see. And then also it's just kind of a deeper dive into that team. If you're not necessarily a fan of the Cowboys, you still will probably enjoy this season. Whereas in previous seasons, if you weren't a fan of the Browns or you weren't a fan of the Raiders, you might not be tempted to watch every single show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas the Cowboys are a lot more intriguing than just Cowboys fans.
I found it interesting. I was reading CBS Sports the other day, and they had, it was yesterday actually, they had the rankings of the top NFL teams according to talent.
Okay.
I'm not saying based on whether they're a cohesive team, but just based on talent. Where do you think the Dallas Cowboys stacked up on that?
On paper, talent, right? Just on paper. I mean, they have to, I would say they have to be in the top 10 teams, top 12 teams in the league easily.
Just outside. They were ranked number 12.
Right.
According to CBS Sports, and 6th in the NFC. Gets them in the playoffs.
Right.
But what I thought was kind of interesting, though, was that
that's on paper, right?
That's on paper.
Right.
That's on paper. But what I thought was kind of weird about that whole ranking that they did there on talent was that the Cowboys were not even listed top of the NFC East. And I thought that was a little bit strange. So their top 10, by the way, was Tampa Bay at 1. To say fair or foul on these.
Right.
Tampa Bay at 1.
Fair.
Chiefs at 2.
Fair.
Browns at 3.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah. Rams at 4. New quarterback, Matt Stafford out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Bills at 5. Ravens 6. Packers 7. Washington football team at 8.
That seems a little high.
9 Steelers, 10 Titans, 11 Cardinals, 12 Cowboys.
Wow. I think the Washington football team maybe deserves to be in those top 12, but 8 teams, what do you think? 8 was a little high. No? Am I tripping? Or?
Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's just.
I get the Rams one because this is a do or die with Matt Stafford, right? But number 8 for the Washington football team seems pretty high.
Gibson,
hey, you're coming off a good season.
Yeah.
But not like
Antonio Gibson. It's fascinating. Maybe it's because of their defense. That was the number reason why they had the Cowboys at 12 was because they said if they have anything looking like an average defense or better, then they're going to be a top 6 or 7 team. But that was the situation last year as well. Dak, before the injury, had an incredible start to the season, and the Cowboys were losing. So it's all going to be about the defense, and that's the only thing that Cowboy fans should be focused on this upcoming offseason, when training camp starts in Oxnard on July 21st, is how is the defense doing? Because that's going to dictate everything.
Yep. It really is. It's going to be an interesting season to see, especially after a intense defensive draft the Cowboys just made.
Yep. First episode of Hard Knocks premieres on August 10th. Can't wait.
That's my birthday. I hope it's a good one.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, when we come back, we're going to be talking about an Olympic runner.
Okay.
Who dazzled everybody a couple of weeks ago. And she was expected to win the gold at the 100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
And now she is suspended. And now there are questions out there that she may not even be on the Olympic team. We're going to be talking about that. And the floodgates have opened. A $2 million signing for somebody who plays college sports. Amazing. This is the Blitz on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM. And we're on the go at ESPNSA.com.
100% sports, 100% of the time. That's 200% sports.
Your math is blowing my mind.
San Antonio's sports leader. 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM. All day, every day.
I don't know which way you're driving, but it better be toward Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks 3 location right now is waiting on you. It's Friday, Bourbon and Brews Day. They are honoring the pursuit of brews and barrel-aged bourbon. Today, Bourbon and Brews Party is happening at Twin Peaks. It's going till 7 o'clock to experience lingerie costume party, the likes of which I bet you've never been to. Exceptional bourbons, tastings, and giveaways. You have to head over to Twin Peaks. You know, the food coming out of that kitchen is scratch-made and made just for you. You know what? Coming from the bar, a drink made just for you, a 29-degree cold beer, and one of those fantastic bourbons served with those perfect iced balls. Twin Peaks 3 locations over on 151, out on the Park North location. De Zavala, that's my home field. If you're looking for the game, you're looking for the fight, it's on one of those hundreds of TVs. And when you sit down, you're going to be in a man cave, taken care of the way you should. We head over there for the food. We head over for the drinks. But why do we go? It's those scenic views.
Did you know Cascade Platinum is so powerful you can load dirty dishes in the dishwasher without a pre-rinse?
More power, more clean. Cascade for your dishwashing machine.
That's right. Unlike other detergents, Cascade Platinum has 50% more cleaning power with enzymes that break down food particles. It even works in your dishwasher's quick wash cycle.
More power, more clean.
So skip the pre-rinse and switch to Cascade Platinum with 50%.
More power.
Welcome to another episode of Ask Tomorrow. I'm your host, Tomorrow. Better sleep makes for a better me, and Casper's Cooling Collection has everything hot sleepers need to keep cool all night long, like the Wave Hybrid Snow Mattress for over 12 hours of cooler sleep. Okay, next caller.
Hi, Tomorrow. I need to break up with my boyfriend. Any suggestions?
Get him a breathable mattress protector. It helps hot sleepers stay cool.
I think I'll just go with flowers.
Yeah, none of my exes appreciated the mattress protector either. Casper, love your tomorrow.
Due to overwhelming demand, Diamonds Direct is extending our special finance offer through this Saturday, just in time for you to celebrate the 4th with some new bling. That's right, now through Saturday at 6 p.m., you can make any purchase at Diamonds Direct and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. It's easy, it's smart, it makes everything affordable. Diamonds Direct's best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing now through Saturday. On approved credit, get store hours, directions, and details at diamondsdirect.com.
It's a great time for an auto loan from Generations Federal Credit Union. With rates as low as 1.99% APR, no payments up to 90 days, and a refinance rebate up to $300, you could pocket up to $1,800 when you refinance with Generations Federal Credit Union. Apply at mygenfcu.org today. Membership eligibility requirements apply. Loan subject to credit approval. For complete terms and conditions, visit mygenfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you're thinking about a compact tractor and you want the best, you can afford a Kubota. Hi, I'm John Ewald with Ewald Kubota. Come into one of our 10 locations and check out the Kubota L2501 tractor package deal, which includes a 4-wheel drive tractor with a hydrostatic transmission, a front loader, a rear mower, a box blade, and a trailer, all for one low price. With a deal this good, you can afford a Kubota from Ewald Kubota. Check out our package deals at ewaldkubota.com.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Welcome back to the Blitz.
His own little spin on it, Pledge. His own little spin on it. That's right.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Rob Thompson is 6'5". I'm like 5'8". I don't have that in me, okay?
Welcome back to the Blitz. That's right. It is the Blitz.
It is the Blitz.
Dude, I'm 5'10", 150 pounds, and I can muster up a the Blitz.
The Blitz. I can't do
Bears. That's right. What it sounds like. That is hilarious.
The Bears.
Welcome back to the Blitz, brought to you by the Thompson Law Firm. An experienced personal injury attorney is a phone call away. 900-0400. That's 900-0400. Welcome back to the Blitz. My name is Michael Jimenez, joined by Brandon Big Poppy Medina.
Yes, sir.
Hey, 5:15, 6:15. People are going to want to call in.
That's right.
Because we're giving away 2 4-pack tickets to the San Antonio Missions. That's going to be at 5:15 and 6:15. You have to call the Kielbasa Bacon phone lines for that.
Yes, absolutely. And feel free to call in even before that. Have a good conversation with us.
Yeah,
the Kielbasa Bacon phone lines are always open.
Yeah, 656 ESPN if you want to talk sports, pop culture, give us your holiday plans, whatever.
Yeah,
what you put on your hot dog?
Yes,
absolutely. But let's make sure we're keeping that PG. You know what I'm saying? We're asking about the hot dog, the American culture icon, nothing else. Come on, people out there. But it's Friday. People might be already drinking. I have no idea.
You dunk the buns in water? I don't know.
I don't know. If you're Joey Chestnut in it, I don't even care. Okay,
dude, I like your hat.
Thank you, man.
I brought Texas Rangers hat.
It is. I brought the little Mexican American flavor to it. I got the Big Poppy collaborative little Rangers gear. As a Father's Day gift.
Very
It was
nice.
beautiful.
You know what? Pledger ruined the surprise because I was going to do this. I was going to bring up my shoes.
Yeah.
And I have the Jordan Spades or whatever this version is.
Yeah. He has the Air Force
Take
One
one off, put it in
Spades.
front of the camera, baby.
Yeah, you take
man,
one
I'm
off.
going to fall back if I do that. You know me, man. I've lost weight, but not that much weight.
I want to say, listen, me and Jack Thompson insured and made sure our boy Michael Jimenez got a pair of these Spade kicks right here.
And I bought them for myself for Father's Day. I told my wife, I said, hey, thanks, babe.
That's how
Guess
most
what I'm
Father's
doing
Day
it.
gifts go, though, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
buy them for yourself.
She picked out the purse that she wanted,
There you go.
so it was the same thing. But I waited for a special occasion to wear them, and I figured being with Brandon today.
Wow.
And you mean Jack Thompson, Mr. Max Money Milton's biggest #1 fan?
That's where we're here. We'll definitely we're gonna put that boy in the
He
spot.
made Brooke Lopez better.
No, listen. On the post up, I told
Drew
them-
Holiday made Brooke Lopez
So,
better.
on our show, the post up, I jokingly said, like, watch Brooke Lopez lead this team, and they were like, "You're so crazy," and I was like, "No, I know, but if there was a bet, would you bet like over under 15 points?" And they laughed at me, and they were like, "Under 15 by a mile." Brooke puts up what 33?
Yeah.
God, what a baller!
I will from here forth, I will put respect on
yes.
Brooke Lopez's name.
That's right.
Very cool. Hey, we're going from 4 to 7 today. Lots to talk about today. We're on Facebook Live and we're also on Twitter. My handle is @210FantasyGod. Brandon is @BigPoppy Brandon M.
That's right. Then we got James
Pledger
Pledger.
at I am Pledger.
Oh,
So
yeah.
very cool.
Make sure his up.
Hanging out with us, man. Rob and Jason are out for the day.
Yeah. You gave us the
keys to the car.
plane, and we're flying it down. That's how it's going.
Yeah,
So
man.
it might be a car crash. It might be something beautiful. Who knows? But we're here to have some fun with it. And we talked about a story leading into the segment that absolutely blowed us away, right? And is absolutely a where there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay.
Right. And speaking of smoking, right? Speaking of stuff like that,
Yeah,
we
I've been
have
smoking some pot. Actually.
he was waiting for it. Jace Pledger's waiting for that drop. But we have an Olympian under some scrutiny by one side. Also, we're going to give our own takes, but an Olympian is going to be suspended now, right?
Yeah,
moving forward.
Sha'Carri Richardson, she tested positive for marijuana
Mm-hmm.
and has been banned from the 100-meter race at the Tokyo Olympics. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, she dazzled everybody, man.
Yes.
Everyone was impressed by her nails, her hair.
Yes.
She ran a 10.886, just blew by everybody, was
Fast.
the favorite to win gold, and she tested positive for marijuana. But here's the thing. A lot of times people are just get on their high horse or just get very holier than thou, and they start saying, well, she knew the rules, and that's what she gets. But then they ask the question, why did you smoke? And she points out the fact that her mother died, and she turned to marijuana as a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
That changed your mind a little bit?
I'm very much somebody who I understand where you're going with it. I think it doesn't change my mind to the fact that you're right. There's rules in place. However, in a country where marijuana is legal in multiple states,
yeah, almost half of them,
I don't see why this is still a problem in a country where we're still arresting people and people are in prison for minor marijuana charges. When again, countries have legalized this, I don't see the problem. I mean, you know, is it something to be looked at? Sure, but I mean, Nike stood behind her. They released a statement standing behind her. It's a 1-month suspension. I'm glad it's not too intense, but it is still very intense for her, for endorsements moving forward. Who knows? But I don't know that I agree with even suspending her, period.
It's a weird suspension because it's 30 days retroactive.
Right.
So what ends up happening is that she misses the 100 meters, but she can be part of the team for relays and things like that happen later on in the Olympics. A lot of people are coming up and saying that maybe the U.S. Olympic Committee, maybe the track team should just say, "Hey, no, we're gonna support her not only with our words, but by just simply saying we're not going to go or we're not going to compete without her." And I find it fascinating that there's a call for that. And I believe that it's somewhat true because this was not a performance enhancing drug, though it's listed as one according to the doping agency, the U.S. doping agency. So it wasn't the Olympics that banned her from this race. It was the United States that banned her from this race. Okay. And she has gone on to say, you know, she has apologized for it and says, quote, "We all have our different struggles. We all have our different things to deal with. But to put on a face and have to go out in front of the world and put a face and hide my pain, who are you? Who am I to tell you to cope with what you're dealing with, the pain that you're dealing with and the struggle that you've never experienced before and that you'd never thought you'd have to deal with," end quote. And, you know, she's 21 years old. She's putting on she is not demanding.
Right.
She's accepting this suspension. Okay. So I don't want you to think that she's
I don't think she's demanding it any more attention than what it's getting. I mean, she's handled it very responsibly to what I've seen. I mean, she's very accountable. She didn't deny it. So I mean, that in one case that helps in the aspect of fighting against it, right? You're not making this a bigger deal than what it probably already is.
Right.
But I mean, I know Nike, their statement said that they appreciated her accountability. They continue to support her through this time. She's been a Nike athlete since 2019, from what I read.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how this looks as far as monetizing her career, because the Olympics is a huge platform for specifically runners to go and monetize their careers.
Yeah, she makes mention that she's just 21 years old, and she's like very, very much saying, this isn't going to be my only Olympics. I'm 21.
Right.
I can run again at 25. I can run again at 29. So I don't see that really hurting her too much. Gonna be honest with you, the people that she would be doing endorsements for those who are like stickler to the rule and all that stuff, she is not your demo. You're not her demo.
Yeah.
Okay. So if she's going off and getting Nikes or as being endorsed by Nike or whatever the case may be, they're not going after the 50 plus crowd or the 40 plus crowd. They're going over the 18 or 15 to 30 crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you know this, the vast majority of people 15 to 30 do not care about marijuana. They don't.
I firmly believe and agree with you. I think a lot of people would even argue that not many of us, and maybe there's some that do, and if you do, no disrespect, but I think not many people to this day look at it as like a legitimate, like quote unquote drug.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you a story real fast. What I do on my 9 to 5 is I work in finance, and part of it's insurance, and we do what's underwriting for life insurance and things like that. Right. Did you know that I have spoken to underwriters who approve life insurance and say that they are more worried about McDonald's use than marijuana use? So that's just an interesting point of view. I mean, These are people these are a multi-billion dollar industry that pays out millions of dollars to beneficiaries sometimes. And they're going, yeah, we don't even test for it anymore. And the thing about it is this, anything is bad if you abuse it. It doesn't matter if it's alcohol, gambling, marijuana, anything. You can drink too much water and die. Everything's bad for you if you don't do it in moderation. Mm-hmm. Okay. But I take a look at it this way. I would not fault the track team if they decided they didn't want to go unless she was able to, because again, these were not Olympic rules. This was this U.S. doping agency's rule. Okay. So I wonder if someone tested positive for England, France, Germany, whoever her competition is, would they have had to sit down? Because if the answer is no, that wouldn't have prevented them from running. Then why would she be prevented from running?
Yeah, and you look at members of the sports world, the pledges put up. My boy Patrick Mahomes, Alex Morgan, a lot of people are standing behind her. Megan Rapinoe,
If it ain't crack, let her run track. That's
exactly. If it ain't crack, let her run track. And also the thing is, this is not performance enhancing drugs.
Right.
This is not a way for her to be cheating. This is just the fact that we're saying tested positive for marijuana sounds like a joke. Like, this does not sound real. Like,
it is a joke.
Like, testing positive for marijuana should not have any legitimacy to you running track.
Tested positive for something that's legal in Colorado, legal in Nevada, and legal in California.
And what's funny is the same people that are stiffers, and we've all seen it when you go to Colorado, you go to Las Vegas, you go to LA, wherever, the same people that are stiffers about these are the rules. These are the same people walking in to programs wherever marijuana is legal to go and try it out and go crazy and have a blast on vacation. Listen, it is what it is. This should not even be as serious as it's gotten. I firmly believe. Let her run.
What you're telling me is the people who are complaining about her saying that she should have known the rules are also the people who won't wear masks. Okay, back in the day, Hey, when we come back, speaking of rules, remember Reggie Bush? He was a Heisman Trophy winner until he wasn't. He had the Heisman Trophy taken away from him.
He did.
And now he wants it back. We're going to be talking about that along with the big nacho debate.
Oh,
and at 5:15, we're giving away tickets to see the San Antonio Missions, 2 4-packs being given away.
Don't want to miss that.
This is the Blitz on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM, and we're on the go at ESPNSA.com.
Hey, don't get left out of the conversation. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if you did. Follow us on Facebook at ESPN San Antonio and on Twitter at ESPN_SA. And of course, on the go at ESPNSA.com. 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM.
It's Friday afternoon. If you know your brakes are bad or you think they're going bad, get them fixed. You can do it this weekend. Jason Minnick's here for New Brakes, nubrakes.com. They're a mobile brake shop. That means they will come to you to fix your brakes, including on the weekends. Look, we're all busy. None of us have time to spend hours waiting at a repair shop or want to deal with the hassle of dropping off your car and going back the next day to get it. That's the beauty of New Brakes. They come to you. New Brakes provides convenient and affordable brake repair, and they only fix brakes, so you won't get upsells like at a traditional repair shop. Most repairs are done in less than an hour, and they only use premium brake parts, and they do back all repairs with a 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Save 10% when you mention my name or ESPN San Antonio. Busy at work, relaxing at the house, you do what you do while New Brakes fixes your brakes, and they're great at what they do. Go read all their 5-star reviews and schedule your repair now at nubrakes.com. That's nubrakes.com.
Hi, Tom Bodette for Motel 6, leaving the light on for families back on the road. Kids in suitcases jammed in the back, earbuds tangled in the dog, heading to see Aunt Jasmine and her rock garden. Admit it, you missed this. And Motel 6 has been missing you. With our clean, comfortable rooms and great low rates, we've been giving families on the move the perfect roadside rest for almost as long as Aunt Jasmine's been putting rocks in her yard. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Thomas J. Henry recently recovered $27 million for a brain injury in a trucking accident case. If you were hurt in an accident, we can help. Visit tjhlaw.com/radio to start your claim today. That's tjhlaw.com/radio. San Antonio, Texas.
In a recent double-blind study completed safely behind a mask in Big Lou's basement, our science confirms that almost 100% of people will die eventually. Big Lou says if you follow the science, you need life insurance. Even if you're a bit porky or have a splash of diabetes, you need to get that life insurance from Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou will use his clout to squeeze the big insurance companies, so they'll offer you a low rate on $500,000 or more of highly rated insurance. In fact, a 50-year-old male may qualify for $500,000 of coverage for less than $100 per month, $1 million for less than $200 per month. Call Big Lou at Term Provider to get the service and price you deserve on term life. Call 800-555-1509 right now. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He follows the science, too. Call 800-555-1509 or biglou.com. That's 800-555-1509 or biglou.com.
Injuries happen, so if you twist, pull, pop, or snap something, you need Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Dr. Espinosa treats all non-surgical orthopedic injuries and has same-day and next-day availability. Telemedicine services are also available. There is no reason to be in pain. If you are hurting, visit Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Learn more at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com, or schedule your appointment by calling 210-804-5490.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It is the Blitz. It's your man, Brandon Big Papi Medina, filling in for Rob Thompson. I got my main man, Michael Jimenez, in the building.
Man, you out-water-brokered me with that one.
Right across, Mr. James Pledger, running things from the booth, always jamming out here. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're doing well. If you're going to the coast today, maybe you're traveling tomorrow, don't forget whether you're nursing a hangover with some menudo or whatever it is you're doing. Tune into our boy James Pledger and Jack Thompson tomorrow from 9 to 11 here on ESPN San Antonio, as well as Facebook Live, ESPN SA, and YouTube. But right now, we are jumping into some college scandals. Well, what would you say this is? Definitely an old news, bringing it back.
Yeah.
Listen, the universe finds a way of coming back together. Reggie Bush, back in the news since Kim Kardashian days. I mean, you're a Saints fan.
Yeah, I am. What a disappointment he was.
This has to hit home to you in multiple levels. You know what I mean? So Reggie Bush wants his Heisman Trophy back. That 2005 incredible season. But obviously some things were happening on the side that came out to fruition, came out to the public, that it was revoked. The Heisman Trust said they're willing to welcome him back if the NCAA reinstates his 2005 status. What do you think about this?
Well, beyond that, it was also USC's 2004 title was revoked as well. So there's a lot of writing on this. So basically, this is all kind of stemming from the fact that college athletes can now make money off of their likeness, off of their name. And back in the day being 24 hours ago, that wasn't the case. And now he's saying, hey, people out there are making money now.
Legitimate.
In fact, rapper Master P, his son, who's a 19-year-old basketball player, inked a $2 million deal.
Make us say, nah. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah.
Master P, Cash Money Business, is legitimately bringing in some cash money. Hersey Miller over there.
$2 million, right? He's playing for Tennessee State, right?
Tennessee State.
He said no to USC, said no to UCLA.
So it's an American technology company that's funding the $2 million.
Right.
An endorsement deal, I guess. This is the first, but this is definitely not going to be the last.
It isn't. And we saw something. I haven't checked it out too much, but there was something online that I saw about Sincere McCormick, maybe making some money off of some gear.
Okay.
I mean, it's great. I mean, they should be able to make money off of their names because it is their names. Right?
My name is my name, James Pledger.
So exactly. And take a look at it. Reggie Bush is saying, okay, man, now that we're making money off of names,
come on,
can we retroactively go back in time and just, give me back my trophy? give me back my championship.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand it. We talked about it off air too. I know James Pledger and Rob Thompson, and you got a little heated with the conversation because Michael, you are absolutely for this.
I am. I think it's stupid whenever titles get vacated. It's absolutely dumb because it's like that game didn't exist, right?
Yeah.
2004, there was a championship game. There were 100,000 people there. Millions of dollars were bet on it, and it was on TV, and millions of people watch it. To pretend that it didn't exist because someone took a handout, I don't get it.
Nah, Texas didn't play anybody in that national title game, to my recollection.
Yeah, I think they beat just ghosts. That's all.
Yeah.
Just ghosts.
They were alone on the field that day.
Yeah,
That's my memory of it.
Yeah, Vince Young ran to the pylon against nothing, right?
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, what's the whole point of vacating? I mean, if there was something performance enhancing, okay, right? This is going back to the last story that we did,
right,
about the track star.
But this is a little different, Mike. Like it's a little bit different, right? Like there's legitimate rules in place. This wasn't marijuana, and even if it was, very different connotation 2005 to 2021, right? 2021 is different with drugs, enhancement drugs, all that stuff. But this is cash, straight cash money, and a house that Reggie Bush got out of this.
The similarity is you had a bunch of players not making a dime. That is a similarity.
Yeah, but he's taking it from like agents and stuff, which you still can't do. He wasn't profiting off his name and likeness, which has been legalized now. You can profit off your name and likeness and do endorsement deals and such. That's not how Reggie Bush got his cash.
And would he have been able to have made money back then if those rules were in place? Make him less likely to do that, because a lot of these players grew up in very poor neighborhoods.
Yeah,
did you watch HBO Real Sports this past week? They had this. How there are 80 players in playing pro ball right now in the major leagues who took deals in the minor leagues where they were getting $150,000 to $300,000 in cash up front in exchange for 10% of their earnings in their major league career, and Fernando Tatis Jr. being one of them.
Yeah, I was about to say Fernando Tatis did that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a mistake that looks back on now.
But you know what? These players were saying that yeah, it looks bad because we took 300,000, but and they're going to take 50 million or 30 million over our careers. But the fact of the matter is, they said it got us out of poverty. It got us a home. It got us medicine. It got us food. So I mean, not all these players are poor, but a good percentage of them are.
Now, Master P's son. Right. I don't know if Master P falls into the poor category. I would assume.
What about Snoop's kid?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he?
I don't think so. But $2 million in cash money. What would you be doing with 18 years old, 19 years old with $2 million?
First of all, I'd open up an IRA.
Okay, listen,
you liar.
Stop it,
You liar. I would have bought a bar.
First off, this man has a Texas State Bobcats shirt on. I know damn well that's not happening. Pletcher went to Texas State. Out Texas Tech. We're buying kegs that night.
Yes. And it's not gonna be Natty Light either.
No, we're going premium. We're going to at least Lone Star. I mean, we're going at least Ziegenbach.
Oh my God, I haven't had Ziegenbach in forever.
See, at that age, that money would have been going real quick.
Are you kidding me?
I would have thrown a party for the city.
Yeah. Literally, I would have thrown my own Fiesta parades. I would have got married to whoever I was dating at 18, had Usher be my usher. Like I would have bought out.
So, Master P's son, who by the way is named Hersey Miller, I thought to myself, God, this guy must be really, really good. So let me go look
$2 million. Yeah.
$2 million good. Let me go look at his stats. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for his team in California. So it's not like the guy is blowing up. And then I went on 24/7 and tried to see what is his star ranking.
You were matching him up.
He didn't have one.
Here's the thing. This is what you're missing, and this is what everybody is missing. What's his Instagram follows? What's his TikTok
following?
He is an influencer because he is the son of Master P. You've got 2 basketball twins that blew up on TikTok at Fresno State that have inked an endorsement deal up in New York and are going to be making more than the college president.
And people who are driving home right now from work who are older than 50 are hitting their head against the steering wheel right now.
That's right. If you guys had TikTok back in the day, I would have loved to see that content.
Oh, I know. Pledge and I were at Texas A at the same time.
It wouldn't have been
That
good.
content would have just been phenomenal. I mean, are you kidding me? Goodness gracious.
I mean, I see how Pledge parties at 40, but I want to see who he was at 20.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I would have hurt somebody. I did hurt people.
Goodness gracious. Well, when we come back, let's talk a little bit more about 4th of July foods and the big nacho debate that Michael Jimenez has started on social media. You almost started World War III.
I did. It's amazing. I can't wait.
Can't wait. Well, this is the Blitz. Keep it locked. 94.5 FM, 1250 AM, and on the go at ESPNSA.com.
The Texas Rangers play right here.
This is Joey Gallo of the Texas Rangers. Your home for the Texas Rangers baseball. 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM.
Texas Rangers baseball on ESPN San Antonio is brought to you by New Brakes Mobile Brake Repair.
We are officially in July. NFL training camps start at the end of this month. Time to start thinking about fantasy football. Jason Minix here. Underdog Fantasy is the best new place to play fantasy sports on their website or on their app, underdogfantasy.com. They've got easy-to-play formats, no waivers, no trades, just draft. And it's a great way to practice drafting before your home league at the end of the month. They even have contests for the 2021 NFL season already live, including their Best Ball Mania 2 tournament. You can play online or download the mobile app, and if you don't like it, they guarantee your money back up to $100. So sign up today with promo code RADIO and make your first deposit to receive a free $25 in bonus cash. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store and register with promo code RADIO to get $25 cash for free with your first deposit. Download the app today and start playing. Enter that promo code RADIO at sign up. Terms and conditions apply at UnderdogFantasy.com.
It's a baseball summer, and the Missions are back on at the Wolf this Tuesday for $2 Tuesday. The Missions battle the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Come out and enjoy $2 tickets, parking, beer, and sausage wraps. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the first pitch at 7:05. Go to samissions.com for tickets and details. That's samissions.com. Wolf Stadium is now open to 100% capacity for Missions baseball. Let's get back to fun. Play ball! Due to overwhelming demand, Diamonds Direct is extending our special finance offer through this Saturday, just in time for you to celebrate the 4th with some new bling. That's right, now through Saturday at 6 p.m., you can make any purchase at Diamonds Direct and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. It's easy, it's smart, it makes everything affordable. Diamonds Direct's best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing now through Saturday. On approved credit, get store hours, directions, and details at diamondsdirect.com.
Are you tired of being sidelined by nagging pain? Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer and Dance with the Stars champion. Happy to tell you about QC Kinetics and their biologic therapies for treating pain without drugs or surgery.
Are you suffering from chronic pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, or lower back? Are you tired of living with arthritis pain? QC Kinetics offers natural pain treatment that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints.
Listen, I know pain, and I've seen firsthand how powerful biologic therapies can be. Patients at QC Kinetics rave about their result because they're getting their lives back. They are getting moving again.
These exciting regenerative treatments used to be available only to pro athletes like Emmitt. Now they're available to anyone thanks to QC Kinetics. Call today for your free consultation.
Get long-lasting results from my friends at QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics 210-571-0318. 2 area locations, QC Kinetics 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Let's hear it for the great.
It is the Blitz. It's your man, Brandon Big Poppy Medina, Michael Jimenez filling in for Rob Thompson and Jason Minix. Hot dog lovers, nacho lovers, reunite, come together because we are about to solidify the great nacho debate, as well as a big shout out to our boy, an American treasure, an American icon, Joey Chestnut, going for gold again. What is it? Is it the mustard title? What is the belt called? Is it the
Yeah, it sounds about right.
the mustard belt, some Nathan's belt. I don't know what it is. All I know is I want a replica of that, and I'm wearing it for 4th of July. But last year, set the record, 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes, 13-time champion. This year, the over-under is 73.5. And as degenerate gamblers, me and Michael Jimenez are betting the over.
I'm betting the under on that one.
Really?
I'm going to bet the under. I want to go against you guys on that.
I'm hammering the
bet
over.
you guys a beer or a shot of Jameson or something. But 73.5, I tell you what, it's not just the hot dogs, it's also the buns as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Gotta love those buns. Gotta love those buns.
If we're betting on that, I'm going to be watching it going, hiccup.
Hiccup.
Do something.
Drop the water. I wonder how they're going to do it this year. I don't know if there's any like COVID rules in place, whatever, but the Nathan's Hot Dog Contest is like the epitome of 4th of July. Like, we watch that. I don't know how many people watch it, but I watch it like with so much joy. Like, something about just seeing Americans do the most American thing, which is stuff our faces with an ungodly amount of food, like we always do as a nation. It's just patriotic. You know what I mean? Joey Chestnut needs to have a statue in front of the Nathan's hot dog spot there in Coney Island.
It would be better if he had a challenger, like a legit challenger who can go toe to toe with him, but he's so far and above everybody else.
So we were talking about it, right? Before we even did the show, me, you, and Pledger. What we should have done is had a hot dog eating contest in studio. If you were legitimately like money on the line, I'm talking about thousands, right? How many could you legitimately eat in 10 minutes, do you think?
I'd say
over under for you.
10 minutes?
10 minutes. That's what they get. 10 minutes.
Probably 16 would probably is what I'd max
16?
out on. 16?
Oh, that's chump numbers. No chance. I'm drinking water smash. No chance.
Oh, see that's cheaty. The whole smashing of the water. How gross was that taste?
I've never done it, but I mean, if the money's in the line, I'm a competitor, baby. I think, Pledge, what's your over under? 10 minutes. How many hot dogs?
25.
That's a lot of wieners and pledges. Now, listen, 25. You walked into that one. I think 25 is my max. I think my max is probably around 25 as well.
But it got me thinking, like, what's the most of something you've eaten? I'll give you an example. Okay. Right. So I remember going to the Pizza Hut buffet, lunch buffet. And when I was probably 17, 18 years old, we had a contest who could eat the most. And I had like 23 slices of pizza. And it wasn't the thin ones either. It wasn't the pan. It was whatever, the hand toss one. And I had like 20 some odd slices and I got 3rd place.
Wow. That's intense. I don't think I've ever ate like this crazy amount of stuff. Even though I'm a big dude, I definitely don't think I've ever had any records. But when it comes to, are we doing like drinking as well? Like drinks?
Oh, dude,
not just like beer. I'm saying drinks in general. I know on my 21st birthday, just that night, I asked my mom yesterday, because you had mentioned it, like drinking, and I was like, you're the only person that remembers that night, Mom. What? I was like, well, what's the over under on that? And I think I had at least 7 or 8 grenades, like just on my birthday alone there. And if you had a grenade in New Orleans, it is a destructive, beautiful thing. It's one of those things that it goes down with such delight and it comes back up with such rage and curiosity. So
it's like the hurricane at Pat O'Brien's.
Yeah, and the hurricanes are great. They're awesome. It's just something about the grenade just hit a little bit different in New Orleans. But as far as, I mean, I used to go to Mr. Gaddy's a lot as a kid and just like stuff my face till we got sick. CC's Pizza is another class act one. I mean, just classy people. The people that go to CC's Pizza are just absolute classy people. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a ton of them over there by Ingram Park Mall and that Marmac area. And that's where I used to go, baby. So that was my run around.
On Twitter, Yolanda reaches out, says, shrimp during the old steak and all-you-can-eat shrimp days at Sizzler. I ate 63 of them.
Oh, you know, my buddy Andrew Marks just hit me up. So back in college, did you guys remember when Olive Garden was doing like an all-you-can-eat type of thing? There's like like $15.
All you can eat breadsticks and
so it was like $15, and we did the chicken parmesan. I forgot that we did 4 orders of chicken parmesan, and they came with 2 in each order. We were just, sick all night. But it was like a bet between buddies, and yeah, that's true. We did 4 orders of chicken parmesan. I don't think pasta was included. If it was, there's no way we ate it. But I know the chicken parmesan specifically. So that's what 7 chickens at Olive Garden. So shout out to Olive Garden,
You
Lubbock,
killed
Texas.
an entire family of chickens.
Exactly.
So, dude, I'm so frustrated right now because I apparently pissed off a lot of people on Twitter today.
Yeah, you started World War III.
Yeah, I mean, I asked. Okay, so basically, it all started with this guy posting a story about how Taco Cabana got bought out by a company in California, and
which I didn't know about.
Yeah, and his response to that was, "Do not California my Taco Cabana." And I thought to myself, what do you mean? It's already been California'd because when you order nachos over there, they put queso on there, not shredded cheese. And that started a whole debate. And I was like, wait. Let's get a poll out. Okay. When you are thinking about nachos, close your eyes. You go to a restaurant.
Right.
And you're ordering nachos.
I imagine it already.
Are you imagining shredded cheese or queso, Brandon?
Shredded cheese.
Exactly. I think that is common sense. So I put a poll out there, and the number of people who responded, 147 people responded, and 69% said they expect queso.
Wow. Well, first off, 69% of you are absolute psychopaths, just so we're clear. And I think Pledger's in that 69%. If it looks like, no, you're not. You're a cheese guy. You're not a queso guy.
See, for me...
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters. Like a little bit.
Okay, it doesn't matter for me. I will say that. Doesn't matter for me, but I expect.
Like I like chips and queso.
Yeah.
But like,
separately,
when you put queso like on the chips,
soggied out.
Always soggied out before you can even get halfway
That's fair.
through.
It's a fair point.
And I like to make it at home because you're getting bunk nachos most of the time when you order out because they only put the cheese on the top of the chip. All the chips that are under the chips get left off, and then
all
you're
the
just
chips under the chips. You're absolutely correct.
That's
exactly.
You're a legit nacho entrepreneur.
Oh, dude,
this is
I'm about leveling your cheese with chips, and
you know who does an awful job of that? And no disrespect,
literally everywhere.
You're gonna say chachos, aren't you?
Chachos, freaking chachos, always screws me for my chips, dude.
You know,
I knew it.
We are
chachos,
Mexicans from San Antonio, man. We think the same way.
That's why I don't leave Marbach, bro. Chachos, I can't be going to you. I can't be going to you anymore, chachos.
Yeah. So many people responded, and Adriana says, "Damn, I guess I must be nacho bougie because I like my Mexican shredded cheese deliciously melted over the beans. Some wok, sour cream,
mouth watering
jalapenos."
already.
Yeah, she was saying. By the way, go to Blanco Cafe. Is what she was saying. Yolanda says nachos with queso are for sports arenas and movie theaters only. If it has refried beans, fajita picadillo, it needs to be shredded. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. Now there's different scenarios though, right? I mean, you look at the movies, you're probably gonna get the queso, right?
Yeah.
At an actual restaurant though, you got to be expecting shredded cheese. It just makes more sense.
It does. Because there's a difference. Because if there's a category there called chips and queso, and that's an appetizer, that means that it's not nachos. Because if it was nachos, they would call it nachos.
Yes. I love how I was just animated and upset that Michael Jimenez is getting over this. But the great nacho debate has been finalized. If you think different, though, if you have something to say,
then you're wrong.
But feel free to give us a call and let us know why you think you're right at 210-656-ESPN on the Kia Bassa Bacon phone lines. Once again, 210-656-3776. The great nacho debate is over here in the studio, but it's not over in the streets, it seems.
Oh, I know. And I gotta keep to your thing here. Do not go beyond Marbach.
Yes. Stay there. Stay on the south side. Stay on Marbach. If you're on the south side, don't leave it because nothing's good out there. Don't go to the Great Beyond.
I'm not welcome over there.
Yeah. And if you walk in and it has like the sign that says what their health score rating is, if it starts with a 7 or a 6, like a 78,
that's where you're getting the best nachos, baby.
Exactly.
So if it has 100, go ahead and leave. Go somewhere else. We're not looking for pristine conditions.
If they're wearing gloves, too bougie. Gotta leave there.
Too bougie. However, the two Southside Mexicans in the building are here to stay. We're keeping it with you. This is The Blitz on ESPN San Antonio, 94.5 FM, 1250 AM, and on the go at at ESPNSA.com.
What if I told you you could save 50% off your monthly cell phone bill without sacrificing your service? This is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, and I'm talking about H2O Wireless. If you're with AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, you're just paying too much. Listen to this. You can get unlimited talk, text, and 15 gigs of data for just $36 a month. That means the average person is probably saving $400 a year. You might use that to fund your emergency reserve fund or pay down some credit card bills or put some money in your retirement plan. And switching is so easy. You can keep your phone, keep your number. You just have to swap out your SIM card. You get the same great service you currently have, but at half the price. Right now, you can save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword get H2O. That's pound 250 and say keyword get H2O to start saving today.
Life hacks. What would life be without them? Like using candle wax to loosen a stuck zipper. Here's another life hack. Now you can get the same high-quality insurance from Allstate, but at a new low rate. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Not available in every state. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM. Online at ESPNSA.com. All day, every day. KCDC San Antonio. Jason Minix, Rob Thompson, The Blitz.
It is the Blitz. He tried, Pledge.
Oh my God.
That's right. Now, it is the Blitz. We are here on ESPN San Antonio. I'm your man, Brandon Big Bobby Medina. Michael Jimenez, the best damn co-host and the best host in the business of the Sunday Sports Grill.
I left the room
to practice.
And you can hear me and you're laughing, saying I sound like the Muffin Man.
I couldn't hear you and I was laughing. That's how much I just knew.
He didn't even know. I didn't have him in preview, so he couldn't hear.
I couldn't even hear.
But you did it and he lost it. And I was like, yep, that's exactly what it sounded like.
I feel lightheaded, laughing.
So I stood up and started jumping up and down because I needed to use it, get that growl from the diaphragm.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist, man. It just doesn't.
You're a nice dude. That's not. It's just because I think Rob Thompson just has this raspiness to it. Maybe it's that Lubbock, Texas, and that A&M feel that he had when he was younger. That it just comes out a different way, man. I don't know.
You've got that Marbach in you that gets you out.
That's all it is.
I'm north of 1604. I lost it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Holmes Michael could have probably done it, but
Holmes Michael back in the day.
Yeah, 410 Ingram Michael could have done it.
Yep.
I find it hard to believe that any Michael ever had it.
However, we did leave off on the great Nacho debate. We had a few comments come in on Facebook Live and YouTube. And Alfred Villiard on YouTube said, I was there last weekend in Tahoe Cabana. A person asked if I wanted shredded cheese or nacho queso. Of course, I said shredded. Looks like a Cali employee was tending to me.
At least they asked.
Because listen, we all agreed in here in studio, it is only shredded cheese, no queso. That's why there's chips and queso, not queso on nachos.
Exactly. John Dyer, I'm giving Pledge a free pass into Marbach whenever he wants.
John, if you are there, brother, I'll go with John. Me and John have already collabed multiple times on Marbach Love. We need to bring Pledge along, and Mike, you need to come too. and we'll practice the whole. It is a blitz. We'll do
Marbach love.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Exactly.
dun, 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 dun,
A
dun.
lot of love on
Stop.
Marbach. That's right. That's
Just stop.
A lot
Right
of
there.
love.
Just stop.
Now, getting into actual sports.
Actual sports. Okay, so at 5:15 in about 10 minutes or so, we're giving away tickets.
Yep.
To the San Antonio Missions. We have 2 4-packs that we're giving away. One at 5:15, the other at 6:15.
All right. So actual sports. What's your favorite condiment to go on a hot dog? Like if you can only put one condiment on your hot dog, what is it?
I'm basic, man. It's mustard.
Okay, so I'm basic, but mine's ketchup. I think ketchup, it just goes with it, gives a little tang to it, right? Gives that tanginess. It doesn't ruin it. I think mustard has too strong of a start for me. What is yours, Pledge? If you say relish, I'm jumping through.
No, he's gonna one up us.
GTFO.
Okay, yeah.
Sauerkraut relish. Y'all can all just leave.
Get on out.
Don't need you.
That's right.
I ain't putting that on my hot dog. I don't need Chicago style. I don't need any of that. I don't need like weird half a tomato sticking on my hot dog for whatever reason.
Yep.
You know, for me personally, it's soy sauce. No, I'm just.
Oh,
playing.
what is going on?
I'm playing. No, it's mustard. I'm a mustard guy.
Mustard guy. All righty.
Okay.
Fair enough. I think you can't go wrong with mustard, ketchup. Like those are like the two. Like those are always the two starters, and then it gets too crazy, and then it gets. What about? Are you guys chili cheese dog kind of guys? You guys okay with that?
I'm all about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like put Fritos on it.
There you
wow.
go.
Get a little crunch factor?
Wait,
Hold
you
on.
might have the
Is
Marbach
that
pass.
Marbach? Yes, hold on.
Dude,
What's going on?
do you put chips inside your sandwich?
That's
'Cause
what it sounds
that's
like.
what it's about.
Dude.
It has to be sour cream and onion, right? Or Doritos.
No, dude.
What?
If you just get regular Lay's, the salty ones.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's a pass. That's a pass.
That's a pass. I'll give it a pass for sure.
Hey, 5:15, we've got RJ Ochoa.
Yep.
6 o'clock, we've got Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs.
Our boys.
Lots to talk about today.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, looking at it, we got to get into the game we just saw. I mean, the game of the Bucks and the Hawks.
Oh, yeah, the JV game.
The JV game that Mike Jimenez calls it. However, the game of my newfound favorite player,
Yeah.
right? A resurgence of love has come upon me for Brook Lopez. We joked about it, Pledger and I, over social media with Jack, and we were talking trash because Jack Thompson believes Chris Middleton is worth every dime of that huge contract he's getting.
Yeah.
And James Pledger absolutely disagrees. However, we all said that the Hawks had a better role-playing team, but the Bucks just looked way better. What did you think about this game, Michael?
Oh, the game was over really fast. I mean, the Bucks went out there, got a 10-point lead, and basically just held it at 10 points the rest of the way. You talk about a better team or a better bench. The Bucks basically played 7 deep yesterday.
Yep.
And you had 5 players who had about 38 plus minutes, a few of them over 40. So that being said, it was concentrated amongst just a handful of players, but Brook Lopez, 33 points, Middleton, 26, Drew Holiday, 25. He played really big. Bobby Portis was amazing yesterday, 22 points as well. And I'm just looking at it. John Collins, where were you, man? I mean, you are a free agent this year.
Expecting probably max money.
Yeah. And they needed someone to step up, and he did it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that Hawks team, Bogdanovich was a baller. I mean, he's the one that stepped up. Even Kevin Huerter just didn't do what he was expected. Lou Will did his thing. Gallinari did his thing. But Milwaukee, I think Brook Lopez took the shine because of how dominant he looked as a big man. But Drew Holiday was the true leader of that team throughout the entire game. I mean, Drew Holiday locked down Lou Williams, locked down Kevin. Whoever they were bringing up the ball with, that defensive play by Drew Holiday was locking it down.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And taking a look at it, the Hawks couldn't get a run going. They just couldn't get a run going. And it shows you that without certain teams, I was looking at this game yesterday going, wow, without Trae Young, the Hawks are a lottery team. And in many respects, the Bucks are a lottery team without Giannis. And that's why I call it the JV squad. But all I know is I think the Suns are in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, now wherever you're going to be for 4th of July weekend, whether it is at home cooking on the grill or at the coast or wherever, or you're going to be in California, tomorrow is game 6 of that series. That's going to be a huge one, Milwaukee and the Hawks. Trae Young's going to play. I mean, I think he's questionable, but he has to play. I mean, this is the go-home game for Milwaukee to put them out, go up, win the series, go to the finals for the first time since the 70s. Trae Young's going to play, and if Trae Young plays, I feel like this game's kind of out of reach for the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to go through Milwaukee at some point, right? If it goes back for game 7, has to go back to Milwaukee. I expect Atlanta to win this game. They've been that one team that we've counted out so many times. They were counted out in the first round, thinking that the Knicks were going to take them down. They were counted out against the Sixers and now against the Bucks. Trae Young will come back. I think it'd probably be in the best interest to sit Giannis one more game.
Okay.
Because they have that game 7 in their back pocket at home.
Well, and it's tough to come back from that type of injury with Giannis. Whereas with Trae, it looks, I mean, when you look at the video clip of his injury, it looks like he should be able to bounce back a lot faster. And if he even plays at 60% or 70%, that's enough to put the Hawks over for me.
Oh, I agree. What
do you think, Pledge? Are you okay with it? You think the Hawks win this game 6?
Yeah, I think the Hawks take game 6, but I'm digging the Bucks especially. I'm pushing this train all the way. I'm willing it into existence. It's a Lauri Markkanen and Bobby Portis deal for San Antonio. He's got a player option of only $3 million. And in that start with extended minutes, we saw exactly what he could be. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, I'm definitely gonna ask Jeff about Bobby Portis because Bobby Portis looked really good against the Hawks yesterday for the Bucks.
Oh, it's amazing looking at all these players that the Spurs could potentially go after. I believe that this is probably the most important offseason that the Spurs have had in the last 25 years. And you look at some players out there, not only the draft. I mean, the draft has so many different players that the Spurs could conceivably get.
Yeah.
And could possibly
There's so many what ifs. You never know who's going to drop, who's going to go. Yeah.
And the same thing with free agency. They have the money there. And Bobby Portis is not going to be that name who, that'll be coveted by the Clippers or by the Lakers or by the Knicks. He's a gettable player.
Yes, I completely agree. Now, that's that. Obviously, we know Phoenix is going to the finals. Who do you think is the better matchup for Phoenix? Would it be the Bucks or would it be the Hawks? Because I believe the better matchup is the Bucks, but I think the Hawks can take out the Bucks easily if Trae Young's playing and Giannis is out. I mean, there's no conversation for that. But who do you think is the better matchup for the Phoenix Suns?
I think the better matchup is probably Atlanta, actually, because I think DeAndre Ayton is going to be unstoppable against Atlanta. I don't think Collins can stick with him. I don't think that. I think that's going to be a mismatch there, and because of that, it opens up things for Booker, for CP3, for all of these other really good role players that they have out there. So I think either way, the Suns should be favored, but I think they're going to roll through Atlanta if it is Atlanta.
There you go. Pleasure's laughing at my take. I already know it. He's over there questioning things or what? What's going on over there?
I got something else going on back.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you in the break.
He's doing different things. So we're going to take a break right now.
Hey, real fast. We got to give away tickets.
Oh, we do got to give away tickets. It's ticket time.
Now is the time. So we need caller number 9 for a 4-pack to see the San Antonio Missions in action. Call 210-656-ESPN.
These are tickets to tomorrow's game with the post-game fireworks show.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, very nice. Again, 656-ESPN. That's 656-3776. When we come back, we're going to go about 3 miles west, or that would be east of Marbach.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about somebody who has some ties to the 410 and Ingram.
Oh, I can't wait to bring this out to him. I think he might have forgot.
Yeah. So we're going to have RJ Ochoa from Blogging the Boys.
That's right.
The original, the OG in this house when it comes to Rock the Mic.
That's right.
We're going to be talking about the upcoming Cowboys camp. Also going to be talking about Hard Knocks as well. This is the Blitz on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM, and on the go at ESPNSA.com.
Sundays are for the grill. The Sunday Sports Grill, 11 in the morning to 1. Chop it up and grill with former and current Rock the Mic champs Michael Jimenez and Quinn Hudson. The Sunday Sports Grill, 11 to 1 every Sunday.
Nobody plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested and you want to get out of jail fast because you do, best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. You can call 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you really understand what all the conditions are before accepting it. Your best option, AA Best Bail Bonds for stress-free bail bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans available, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas. License number 149. Text bail to 474747. Call 210-225-2121 or online, mybestbailbonds.com.
If you're a bacon lover, I've got great news for you. This is Michael Kilbasa with Kilbasa Smoked Meats. Our authentic dry-cured bacon is now available at grocery stores near you. We make it the old-fashioned way with the finest pork bellies and our legendary spice blend. We don't pump it full of water or chemicals like other brands. All you get is thick, savory slices of delicious bacon. I hope you'll give it a try, and if it's not the best bacon you've ever eaten, I'll give you your money back. Kielbasa Smoked Meats, slow crafted in Texas since 1949.
Think about it. What's pain keeping you from doing this summer? Right? It's a long list of things you enjoy, but no more thanks to QC Kinetics and their new long-term solutions for pain relief. Hey, it's James Pledger with ESPN San Antonio. The natural biologic treatments at QC Kinetics address the root cause of pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, or back, helping deliver the relief you need so badly. Listen, don't spend one more day in pain. Call QC Kinetics today and get started on the road to recovery. The biggest regret for QC Kinetics patients is that they didn't start their treatments and feel better sooner. Call now to learn more about these regenerative alternatives that take place in the office the same day. No downtime. 210-571-0318. Refuse to spend one more day in pain. QC Kinetics makes it possible. Locations in Hollywood Park and Westover Hills. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. Call QC Kinetics today.
It's time for some straight talk. We've all been there. You have some real work to do, but the free Wi-Fi where you're working isn't going to cut it. It's like leaving the winning runner stranded on third base. Not good. Well, now you can be your own hotspot with Straight Talk's Ultimate Unlimited plan. Get 10 gigs of hotspot data for just $55 a month. All on America's largest, most dependable networks. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Compatible device required. See straighttalk.com.
Enjoy a powerful business upgrade with Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event. Get amazing savings with up to 50% off high-performance computers and tech built for business, and be able to take your office with you with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, get great offers on Dell servers, monitors, docks, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Call 877-ASK-DELL, that's 877-ASK-DELL, and speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today.
It is the Blitz. It's your boy, Brandon Big Papi Medina, Michael Jimenez, and that beautiful face. If you're looking on Facebook Live, our boy RJ Ochoa is not in the building, but he's in the building through StreamYard over here hanging out. We're going to be talking all about the Cowboys with the main man from Blogging with the Boys. How are you doing, my man, RJ? It is so good to see you, brother.
It's great to be with you guys. Great to be around good friends. Great company. Happy early 4th of July.
Yes.
Congratulations to the winner, whoever won, whatever it was that delayed pledge from getting me on here. I was a little bit worried I wasn't going to make it in time. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, so, we have to bring this up real quick. I think you might have forgot about this, RJ. But way back when I first started working with you guys here at ESPN, I think before even Michael won Rock the Mic, I was talking with Michael and he was like, man, so much Marbach love every time you come on. And I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, Southside, we love it. And I was like, where'd you go to school? And he said, Holmes. And I was like, what's crazy? We're about to have a little 3 combination Ingram Park Mall love over here because RJ and I both worked at Ingram Park Mall at the same time and I had no idea.
That's right. Yeah, I worked at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop on the I don't know what wing of it was, but the wing where the little train went around all the time. That was super annoying. Right under the food court, right by the escalator. I've spent more hours than I would like to say in Ingram Park Mall. Very good times. The Chick-fil-A there is great. I've had a lot of sandwiches from that particular establishment.
Yeah, the pretzels and Chick-fil-A are just absolutely incredible. I worked at Journey's shoe store. That was my first job as a 16-year-old kid. So a lot of talent coming out of Ingram Park Mall area.
And I will let you know, between 2011 and 2015, I would always go to Ingram to put my kids on that train.
There you go. That
was me, man.
I really hate you. Yeah.
Yes. Now, when it comes to Cowboys conversation, obviously, RJ, what is the reaction you're seeing on social media now that they announced the Cowboys will be on the next Hard Knocks? What's kind of the reaction from people?
I think you have two parties. There's no like middle. There's no Venn diagram here. One is like, oh, this is cool. Like this will be some fodder. Like we'll have a good time. Hard Knocks comes on later at night. We'll sit back after a nice barbecue, crack open a couple of cold ones, and enjoy. And then you have the like freak out people who are like, holy crap, this is a distraction. What are you doing, Cowboys? Typical Jerry Jones, etc. I'm personally in the former camp. I'm pretty excited. The Cowboys were on All or Nothing 4 years ago, and that's a bit of a different show. But there's a lot going on, and it's kind of the relaunch back into normalcy for the NFL. So I think the Cowboys are a great place for the league to start.
What are you hoping to see on Hard Knocks? Any type of battles going on, various positions, various personalities? What do you want to see?
Yeah, I love the personality aspect of Hard Knocks. I want to see like Brent Urban, one of their new defensive linemen. That dude's supposed to be pretty wild, pretty crazy. So I want to see him do something cool. I want to see like the weird games they play. They're in their hotel rooms at the Marriott. Like, do they set up, like some of the bunk beds and like play soccer or something in the rooms? Like that's the kind of stuff I think is cool, like the team bonding exercise. I know one of the directors for Hard Knocks, and she told me that when they did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4 years ago, they had to hire this like special cameraman to go deep sea diving just for like a clip that made it like 1 minute into the episode. So that's what let's go to Topper's Pizza. Let's go to Dirty Dan's. Like, let's get the whole crew out there and let everybody see the beautiful sights and sounds of Oxnard, California.
Yeah. And what do you think are some of the storylines that fans should be paying attention to? Is it the Dak storyline? Is it McCarthy? Is it Zeke? Is it the defense? What storyline are you personally looking to learn more of?
Dak is obviously one of the biggest faces of the NFL, both in terms of on-the-field production and the great good he's done off the field, particularly in the last year, opening up and being such a strong advocate for mental health. And so I'm really excited to see that. I think we also forget, it was just a couple of months ago that Dak got his new contract. There's a lot of Dak to kind of, take and bite the apple off of. The first episode will be after the Hall of Fame game, so I'm hopeful that we see something of Jerry and Jimmy out in Canton, Ohio, the Cowboys maybe at Drew Pearson's party, that kind of stuff I think will be really cool. I also, want to see Dan Quinn. I'm hopeful he's one of the coaches that we get to see a lot of. But ultimately, I want to see good times, although, it is Hard Knocks, so there will be like a corporate element to it. The most corporate-y element of all time, which was James Pledger's beloved J.J. Watt, like going out to a lone street lamp for a single workout. I can promise you one thing, and it's that Jalen Smith's going to find a way to outdo that on this season.
Out of all the players out there, aside from Dak is in a world by himself in the sense that we're all intrigued by him. But of all the players that are there, who are you most intrigued by? Because like personally for me, it's CeeDee Lamb. I want to know what CeeDee Lamb can do with a full camp behind his belt. Who are you looking forward to?
I think CeeDee's a great answer. Particularly because we really haven't seen that much of CeeDee like in this space, gotten to know CeeDee, the personality, obviously because his rookie year was last season. And so I'm very excited about that. I also, I really want to see Micah Parsons' personality. He was on Hey Rookie, which is another production that NFL Films puts out prior to the NFL draft with Justin Fields, Kyle Pitts, and J.C. Horn. And he was the most loud, most obnoxious, and in a fun, boisterous way of that whole group. And I want to see him kind of challenging and, getting in people's grills. One of the great clips from All or Nothing was then rookie Jordan Lewis not backing down against Des Bryant one day during practice. And that kind of stuff's really cool. Micah's been loud about, like playing Amari Cooper at chess already. And so like that kind of stuff I think is really cool and works really well with Hard Knocks specifically.
Yeah. And, when we're talking about training camp specifically outside of just Hard Knocks, I know I'd heard you talking on the Blitz previously. And now you mentioned you didn't want to see any cute things on the field. I think that's what you said. You want to see some more legitimate things. What are you expecting out of on the field training camp for Cowboys fans?
I think, down to the bare bones, like down to just, okay, let's practice football. Let's do our normal drills. But because, like the cute things before, Sanjay Lal at one point as the Cowboys receivers coach used to have the receivers like carrying bricks at the end of practice. The Cowboys tight ends used to do a drill where they would, keep their head dunked in water and then upon a whistle, like raise it up and try to catch a pass. And like, I don't need any of that kind of stuff. Like it reminds me of the scene in Tin Cup when Roy McAvoy has all the like gadgets on his body and he's trying to fix a swing. And so like I want to see 7-on-7. I want to see 1-on-1s. I want to see, defensive linemen and offensive linemen. I just want to see straight up football because this is a team that really needs to kind of get back to those basic fundamentals based on what happened last year.
What were your thoughts on the violations yesterday that were announced and the fines against the Cowboys and Coach McCarthy for the OTAs? What exactly did they do wrong, and what did you think of the fines?
They're being really mum on what they did wrong, but these violations are generally, they allowed contact or enforced contact in areas that are not supposed to have contact. And is it ideal? No, but this is the equivalent to a slap on the wrist in terms of NFL punishments. And so I'm not pumped about it, but in a weird way, I'm not like there's people that are like, well, I'm down that the Cowboys are finding every way to bend the rules or whatever. Like I don't fall into that category, but they just practice a little too hard. I think that happens. And I think that that's actually an interesting thing. Mike McCarthy has been so different than Jason Garrett in terms of when the Cowboys practice. And he was very different about it last year at training camp, although obviously it was at Frisco. And this year, looking at the Cowboys training camp practice schedule that they released yesterday, all of their practices are at 11 a.m. Pacific. They had normally waited until 3 p.m. Under Jason Garrett, at least. And so I don't know how much that has to do with McCarthy specifically. I thought about it. I don't know if that's like a Hard Knocks thing, like they're giving the crew some extra time. Maybe they prefer the lighting earlier in the day. But either way, I mean, McCarthy's hands are kind of all over this. He wants it done in a very specific way, and that would obviously lead you to believe that he would know all of the rules, but obviously it didn't happen with regards to OTAs.
Yep, and training camp starts July 22nd. Is that right? Right, July 22nd. And then the first episode of Hard Knocks is August 10th. A lot going on for our boy RJ Ochoa.
Now, what I want to know is you've made fun of me on this show several times, so has Pledger.
Not this show. It was the Saturday Morning Hangover. Let's just be clear on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, but Brandon and Pledge have made fun of me
today, have we?
Today, because I cannot do the Rob Thompson growl saying the Blitz. Are you capable of doing that? I've never heard you say it.
Oh, RJ, can we get it is the Blitz from RJ Ochoa?
Yeah, but like to be clear, there are several versions of that, and that's not my favorite. Like, so my favorite is when he goes like high pitch, like but that's my favorite.
I think I can do that one apparently. I mean, RJ, during the last break or a couple of segments ago, I was outside jumping up and down trying to get it out.
Hyping himself up as if he was about to fight Conor McGregor, RJ. It was craziness.
And the reaction I got from Brandon was I sounded like the cookie in Shrek saying the Muffin Man.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
That's apparently what I sound like when I do. But can you try it just one
Give
time?
us one.
Just
it is
one
the
time.
Blitz from the celebrity himself, RJ Ochoa.
Yeah, there's the Blitz.
There we go. The man himself. Thanks so much, RJ, for joining us, man. We love you. Wish you the best of luck. Have fun over there at Oxnard, and hopefully we get to see a special RJ Ochoa appearance, possibly in Hard Knocks. Who knows? But thank you, man. We appreciate it.
I'm gonna be wearing my shout out Santa Claus t-shirt.
Yes, Puro PJ. Yes. Thank you, my man. We appreciate having you on.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, when we come back, the fantasy gods
are
back baby.
Together, baby.
Yeah, it's not too early. It's July 2nd. Not too early to talk fantasy football. So we're gonna talk about that and maybe some tasty prop bets.
Don't go betting the mortgage.
No,
but maybe go put a little something on.
Yeah, bet the CPS bill, not the mortgage.
Yeah, bet the CPS bill. I don't know about the summer heat CPS bill, but maybe we'll see what happens. But definitely look out for those prop bets, fantasy football, as well as our 4th of July. What needs to be on your grill? What you need to be cooking at your cookout? All that and more. This is ESPN San Antonio's The Blitz. I'm Brandon Medina. That's Michael Jimenez, my boy James Pledger, producing in the back. Keep it locked. 94.5 FM, 1250 AM, and on the go at ESPNSA.com.
The first thing on our bucket list? Fill the bucket with ice cold beer. Woohoo! San Antonio's sports leader. 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM. All day, every day.
4th of July weekend, you know you're going to be like me and fire up the grill. And when you fire up that grill, you want the best sausage on that grill, authentic sausage like you could find in butcher shops back in the old days. then Kia Boss's smoked sausage is what you've been looking for. Jason Minix here. The reason I love Kia Boss is the way they make their legendary smoked sausage in small 150-pound batches with only fresh, high-quality ingredients, never frozen meat. They don't add fillers or chemicals that you can't pronounce. Then it is smoked over real hardwood, just the way it was done in 1949 when Kia Bossa was started here in San Antonio. Everything they make still made here in San Antonio. They're a great local company on a mission to reintroduce you to authentic smoked meats. So when you buy Kia Bossa brand sausage, you know you're getting the best, most authentic smoked sausage you'll ever eat. Michael Kia Bossa guarantees it. If it's not the best, call him. He'll give you your money back. You can get Kia Boss's sausage at Walmart, H-E-B, basically anywhere. And you know you're going to have the best sausage on that grill when you get some Kia Bossa today. If your brakes are bad or you think they're going bad, get them fixed. Hi, Jason Minix here for New Brakes, nubrakes.com. They're a mobile brake shop. That means they come to you to fix your brakes. We're all busy. None of us have time to go spend hours waiting at a repair shop or want to deal with the hassle of dropping your car off and going back to get it the next day. That is the beauty of New Brakes. They come to you. New Brakes provides convenient and affordable brake repairs, and they only fix brakes, so you won't get the upsells like at a traditional repair shop. Most repairs are done in less than an hour. They use premium brake parts and back all repairs with a 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Go to nubrakes.com. Schedule that repair. Save 10% when you mention my name or ESPN San Antonio. You need your brakes done? Get them done with New Brakes. You continue to do what you do while New Brakes fixes your brakes, and they're great at what they do. Go read all the 5-star reviews and schedule your repair at nubrakes.com. That's nubrakes.com.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pureline Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pureline Nutrition.
Life hacks. What would life be without them? Like using candle wax to loosen a stuck zipper. Here's another life hack. Now you can get the same high-quality insurance from Allstate, but at a new low rate. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Not available in every state. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
The NBA playoffs are on ESPN San Antonio, brought to you by Mellow Mushroom online at mellowmushroom.com. Tomorrow night is Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals as the Bucks try to close it out on the road against the Hawks in Atlanta. They're up 3-2. Tip-off is at 7:30, but it all starts here at 7 with the pregame. the NBA playoffs on ESPN San Antonio, brought to you by Mellow Mushroom online at mellowmushroom.com.
Gotta love some mellow mushroom. Goodness.
It's the Blitz.
It's the Blitz. That's right. This is Brandon Medina.
calzones.
Oh, their calzones are mean. Michael Jimenez over here having a good time, brother. It's time that the fantasy gods get right back into the groove of things, man. We're here for the first time in 2 years, right in front of each other, now over a screen, and we get to talk fantasy football because it's just about that season.
You know, we had such a good first season.
What
of
an
the
awesome
Fantasy
first
Gods.
ride. Yeah.
Now, this all started a little bit because you and I, a couple of years ago, I just won Rock the Mic.
Yep.
And I'm here at the station. I'm sitting where you are.
We had just met.
Yeah, we had just met like a couple of days before for like maybe 5 minutes. And I'm thinking that RJ and Pledge were going to be doing the show with me, or I was going to do the show with them rather. And it's 2 or 3 minutes before a show, and I'm looking around going, I'm by myself in here.
Yep.
And then you walk in the door and you just plugged in and said, do you like fantasy football? And I'm like, yeah. And we did a fantasy show kind
This
of
makes
on
me
the
sound
spot.
like Robert De Niro in like
Yeah.
Casino or something. Listen, I think you're absolutely right. We connected off fantasy football. Then we learned so much more. Me and you loved gambling. We loved, prop bets. We loved NFL, specifically sports betting.
So so this time last year, I reached out to you.
Yep.
Had an idea for a show called Fantasy Gods. It was 3:30 in the morning, and I emailed you kind of a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, we bounced ideas for
Pass
like
the
hours.
collection plate.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. So, man, do you have our theme song?
The church.
Brandon Medina and Michael Jimenez are the Fantasy Guys. Brought to you by RDK Advisors.
Oh my goodness. This is your one-stop shopper. The church is open for one segment and one segment only. This is the Fantasy Guys real quick, taking over the Blitz. But let's talk fantasy football. Let's talk those rankings that came out, as well as maybe some prop bets for some people who want to be putting in some money over there, whether you're going to Vegas or whether you're at home. Let's make sure we get you some money and make sure you're ready for fantasy football season.
Yeah, NFL camp start in 3 weeks, but already the rankings have come out, kind of a preseason ranking. So want to go through some. So I go on fftoday.com. It's just a random site that basically generates, it prognosticates who they think is going to be in the top. They have Patrick Mahomes as the number 1 quarterback.
Okay.
Legit. Josh Allen at 2.
I mean, when you look at legs, if you're looking at a straight up performer week in, week out, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially with the running and everything that he can do. But I mean, he's in one of my prop bets later on that I think we need to get into. So maybe, I don't know if he's number 2.
They have him projected for 4,300 yards passing, 440 yards rushing, and 7 touchdowns on the ground.
Wow.
It's those ground touchdowns that are there. Russell Wilson at 3. I'm sorry, but I
had a great season last year, but
great first half of the season. He's becoming that player very much like Drew Brees later in his career, where starts off on fire, and once the midway part of the season goes down, his stat line goes down as well. And I don't get it. He has obviously the talent all around him.
Yeah.
But they have Kyler Murray at 4, Lamar Jackson at 5, Dak Prescott at 6. Ooh, would you take a flyer on Dak Prescott early on?
Not early on. No way.
Thou shall bench.
Thou shall bench. That's right. No way am I taking Dak Prescott. However, the one following that is the most interesting of this list. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
At 7. I got Aaron Rodgers in the 10th or 11th round in our listener league. And he won multiple games because he had a crazy monster year last year for fantasy football. But do we think he's even going to be the starting quarterback? Is he going to want to start?
Blessed is he who starts.
Is he going to want to start?
Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Ryan Tannehill rounding out the top 10. But I'm looking all the way down.
It's time for the Fantasy Gods to say a little prayer.
I'm going to say a little prayer for Jameis.
For Jameis.
Ryan Tannehill.
Jameis Winston is interesting because if he gets the starting role in New Orleans, which I think he will, think about it this way. 2 years ago, he passed for over 5,000 yards.
Yep.
He threw for 33 touchdowns, and he also had 30 interceptions.
Yep.
But if he can tone it down a little bit, that might be that quarterback that you get 20th off the board that can win you games.
And he has weapons.
Yes.
I mean, absolute weapons.
Because they have to keep an eye on Kamara. It's not like they can, just play dime defense or anything like that. They have to keep an eye on Kamara out there.
So I guess because they're only doing one segment, right? We're bringing it back for once. We're giving you a little teaser of what to expect in August when we come back. Probably when you look at it, Who's the one fantasy player that you're staying away from, that you're done with? You're done with going back and forth with. You're done with the toxic ex relationship. For me, it's Joe Mixon. I can't do it anymore. Joe?
Yeah, I'm going to throw a name out there. Zeke Elliott.
Wow. Really? So Zeke Elliott, you're over.
Yeah, and
it's time for the fantasy gods to say a little prayer.
No, Zeke Elliott, I mean, think about it. I know that there are reports out of camp saying that he's in the best shape that he's been in 4 or 5 years. Okay, whatever. But the fact of the matter is,
we should have asked RJ.
Yeah.
What do you think, RJ, about taking him up in those early rounds of fantasy?
The fact of the matter is, his production has gone down every year. So how many players do you know that have production go down for 4 or 5 years and then just magically turn it around?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
amen, brother.
I really hope that the media picks up on it and they just disrespect Zeke, because I'll happily take Zeke in the second round. No problem.
In the second round,
second, third rounds. If I'm in the late 8, 10 pick and I'm going back to back, or if I'm first pick and I get the back to backs in the second, third, why not?
Oh my goodness. So the top 10 running backs, they have Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley. That's one that I'll stay away from for the rest of my life. I'm sorry.
The best thing I've ever seen in fantasy football was you taking Saquon because it was automatic.
It was auto drafted. I had a sick kid with COVID. I was going to go check on him, and the draft started, and I come back, and I'm like,
draft takes no prisoners, baby.
Oh my God, it sounds like a whole lot of excuses coming out of your mouth right now.
I was pissed. I'm like, it's okay. You got Saquon. I didn't want Saquon last year, much less this year. Number 5, Kamara, Jonathan Taylor at 6,
huge.
Zeke at 7, Mixon at 8, Aaron Jones, and then Cam Akers. I would much rather have the players that are 11 through 15 on here with Antonio Gibson, Nick Chubb, Najee Harris, Austin Eckler, and Chris Carson. Eckler, if it's a PPR league, is a must.
Yeah, and I think Antonio Gibson I have in multiple leagues, and I think I'm having our keeper league too, and I think I'm gonna keep him. I mean, I got him in like the 9th, 10th round. So that's one. Now, when it comes to more outside of rankings too, me and you both, we love to spend a couple cash here and there.
Yeah.
We love to put some cash down for some bets.
Pass the collection plate.
Past the collection plate it is. Right now, when we're talking about prop bets, I'm going to ask you and James Pledger, and also our audience, feel free to call us in 656-3776-656-ESPN, or on Twitter, hit us up. He is at I am Pledger. Michael is at 2-0 Fantasy God. I am at Big Poppy. Brandon M. Hit us up if these bets are something you're thinking about putting down. Carson Wentz over under 3,750.5 because it's Vegas.
Hammer in the over. Over. He gets the Texans twice.
Yeah, I would say the over as well. If he's healthy,
He puts 1,000 against the Texans.
if I mean, there's 17 games also.
Yeah.
So if he's healthy, he's on a better team. He needed to get away from Philadelphia. It was toxic for him over there. He has a new team. He has weapons around him. He has a running game. He has an offensive line. He plays indoors. I would hammer the over.
And he's paired back with a head coach that he thrived and had his best seasons under in Frank Wright when he was the quarterback's coach in Philadelphia.
I hear you. I mean, you're right. I mean, you look at just last year, Phillip Rivers did not have a bad year either with the Colts. I think he threw just over 4,100 yards. So
add an extra game.
I mean, an extra game. This easily is doable. So that's one that we're all taking the over. Here's the other one, guys. Zach Wilson, under over 21.5 touchdowns. I think that's just passing.
Under.
I've been on the Zach Wilson train since like mid BYU. I'm rolling with my dude, Zach Wilson. I'll go over.
Okay. I'm taking the under on that one. I'm not even touching that one. I have no idea. I'm indifferent on that one. But here's where I need RJ Ochoa's advice. Here's where I need to hear Michael Jimenez's take, because this is where Michael's going to get real heated, and I think James Pledger is going to have a very different opinion. Zeke Elliott, you're the boy you just said you don't want to stay away from, right? You're done with him for fantasy purposes.
Right.
Zeke Elliott, over under 1,105.5 yards this season.
Pledge, I'll let you take this one.
Hammer the over. You're getting You're getting 17 games out of Zeke Elliott. You're going to have a healthy offensive line. And I do believe that him dealing with COVID in the offseason had a little bit to do with his slow start to the season.
I'm taking the under.
You're taking the under. So the under's at 112 right now. So basically even money.
Here's his yards per attempt, his career. Rookie year, 5.1. Then it dropped to 4.7, 4.5, 4.0. He's trending downward. Okay. And he has a backup that is probably going to get more touches this year than he did last year as well. So that being said, I'm not saying that Zeke will have a bad season. Just because he doesn't have 1,100 yards doesn't mean that he's having a bad season. Maybe they diversify what he's doing. Maybe he's getting more receptions. Fact of the matter is that I go with the trend line. And the trend line says that it's not going to happen. He didn't have 1,000 last year.
And here's the one that I think I'm hammering.
Here's the thing, though. He only has to average 58 yards a game to get 1,100 yards.
Exactly. And he didn't do that last year.
So with an extra game, you're still not giving it to him?
No.
Yeah. His quarterback was also Andy Dalton and Garrett Gilbert and Ben DiNucci. So they were selling out to stop it. So they're selling out to stop him, and he was dealing without 3/5 of his offensive line for most of the season that didn't have the same consecutive starting lineup.
Real fast.
2 games in a row for like the first 8 weeks of the season.
What was Dak doing the first 5 games of the season when he was on the field? He was slinging it. They were not running the ball. Okay. Remember the stat lines that Dak had 400-yard game, 400-yard game, 500-yard game.
He was balling out.
400-yard game, which means that he wasn't handing the ball off. So because of that, Dak being back may not necessarily be a better thing for Zeke as a running back.
I mean, now for fantasy purposes,
For fantasy purposes.
Okay, I understand. Now, here's the last one, guys. And this one, when I brought it up to you guys, I thought this was the easiest one, and you guys got real kind of heated. I don't know if Pledger agreed or Michael. One of y'all didn't, but Julio Jones, over under 1,000.5 receiving yards. And I think, Pledge, you said under, right?
Under.
Pledge said the under.
Hammer the under.
He said, not only just take the under, he said, hammer the under. Do you agree with that, Michael Jimenez?
Give me that line again.
Over 1,000.5 Julio Jones receiving yards.
I'll take the over.
You'll take the over?
Yeah.
So would I.
I mean, he has Derrick Henry there to keep everybody at bay, right? Tannehill is a good quarterback out there. He has shown flashes. He's a
great year last year.
He's a solid QB.
Yeah.
That being said, it's going to be what, Brown and Jones out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. I mean, Corey Davis got those stats last year. Why can't Julio Jones do what Corey Davis does?
Corey Davis didn't have that.
Oh, he's not that bad.
Yeah, he is. I don't know. If was he on your team or something? Were you beholden on him?
Corey Davis last year, 984 yards.
Yeah, 984 yards. That's close.
That's
under.
And
that is the under. That is the under.
That is in 16 games. Put him 17 games, he's about 1,050.
Just needs that 17-yard reception.
So are you saying they're not going to run Derrick Henry then?
Oh no,
they're not going to throw it to AJ Brown.
Well, what I'm saying is that it's 1,000 yards for a receiver who's.
Are you saying he's going to play?
I'm saying that he's better than Corey Davis.
No, I'm asking, is he going to play 17, 16, 15, 14?
That's the big.
That's the huge question. A dude with foot injuries that hasn't finished the season in recent memory. I got issues if he's going to stay healthy enough.
But we can say that about all players. Dak didn't play 11 games last year.
But Dak is perennially healthy. I'm talking about a dude who's perennially injured.
Man, mommy's all right. Daddy's all right. They just seem a little weird. Look at this. I love it. There's some heat going on over here. However, we're going to talk 4th of July foods when we come back. Make sure you get those prop bets in now because Michael Jimenez and I are living the dream over here on a nice little bet we put on the Phoenix Suns early on.
Yeah.
You want to get in early on these bets. Make sure you take that Carson Wentz one, the Zeke Elliott one possibly. There's a lot of different ones you need to be looking at for sure since the NFL has not started yet, and those lines will start fading up and down and trending up and downwards.
Yeah, Jeff Garcia on Locked On Spurs will be on at 6 o'clock with us as well. And at 6:15, we're giving away tickets again.
More tickets. Man. Packed show. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about 4th of July and what needs to be on your grill. And then we'll talk to our boy Jeff from the Sports Zone. This is ESPN San Antonio. I'm Brandon Medina, Michael Jimenez, James Pledger, 94.5 FM, 1250 AM, and on the go at ESPNSA.com.
Show us your meat. On the grill. Take a picture and upload it to ESPNSA.com, and you could win a $50 gift card from Tri-County Meat Market if you do. Grilling with the Blitz every Thursday.
This is Rob Thompson here for Alamo Cycleplex. you need to head over to their fantastic location over on I-10 in De Zavala. Good times are calling, and they are sitting there at Alamo Cycleplex, beautiful showroom. I'm talking about the brands the likes of Honda, Kawasaki, Polaris, Suzuki, Yamaha, Vanderhall, just to name a few of the brands they carry new and in stock at Alamo Cycleplex. The summer is here, and the fun is going on all around you. You need to get in on it, whether you're looking for 1 wheel, 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, no wheels. Alamo Cycleplex has the fun on the wheels you need. You want to get out on the water, head around the lease, you want to speed around town, whatever you're looking for, Alamo Cycleplex have it. Go to their website, alamocycleplex.com, to value your trade-in, find out about all the great specials that are happening, but go. Alamo Cycleplex is family-friendly, I-10 in De Zavala, alamocycleplex.com. You've earned it. The fun is waiting. Go out and get some at Alamo Cycleplex.
From shredding to printing, the UPS store has every ing for small business. And on July 5th, when the other guys are closing, we're doing another ing all together, opening. So while we're busy notarizing and copying, consulting and mailboxing, packing and shipping, well, they're not really doing much of any ing. Open July 5th, the UPS store. Every ing for small business, all in one place.
The UPS store.
The UPS store franchise locations are independently owned and operated. Services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
At Lowe's, we think July 4th reunions are better with a little flair. Get select 2.5 quart red, white, and blue annuals, 3 for $12, and select bag mulch at our new lower price, starting at $2.88 per bag. Make your home look festive today. The summer savings continue this July 4th, so stop by Lowe's in-store or online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, annuals offer in-store only. Actual plant size, selection, and product availability varies by location. Valid 6/24 through 7/7. U.S. only. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. You know, the things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
It's time to spread your wings and your fins. It's time to breathe the air. Dance in the streets. Excite your senses. From day to night, it's time to see the world again. SeaWorld. Buy a SeaWorld pass, get an Aquatica pass free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions, blockout dates, and taxes may apply.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired a nature show host.
In the native habitat of a suburban driveway, the poor victim of a broken windshield is left assessing his vehicle, utterly helpless.
Well, not true. If he's got Geico, he can file a claim online, over the phone, or with his handy mobile app.
But like a lone gazelle, he'll suddenly be left to fend for himself, awaiting his terrible fate.
Nope. Geico will assign him a designated claims team to help him out, too.
So the gazelle gets his car fixed and everything. Wow, nature is so cool.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
O'Reilly.
This is Claudia's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
I had just moved to a new city and barely even knew where the grocery store was yet. When my car wouldn't start one morning, I didn't know who to ask about local shops. But I remembered a name from back home, O'Reilly Auto Parts. I called and they pointed me to a great mechanic just down the street. Now I feel a little more at home.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Happy 4th of July! From 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM. 94.5 FM.
Welcome back to the Blitz. Check out ESPN San Antonio's $2 Tuesdays for the San Antonio Missions with $2 reserve tickets, parking, pizza, beer, and sausage wraps. Go to samissions.com for tickets and details. By the way, at 6:15, we're giving away a 4-pack of Missions tickets for this weekend's games.
You do not want to miss it. You got some fireworks on Saturday. You got some fireworks, or you got some more stuff going with HEB, I believe, later on in the week. It's going to be a great time, man. I mean, you look at the Missions games you get to finally go back out and enjoy sports. You want to be there.
I love going to missions games.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. Just get some sunlight, go out there, have a couple of beers, have 3 or 4 beers.
Too many beers.
Whatever
it is. Yeah.
Make sure we have a driver on the way home. It's good times.
It is good times. Now, when we talk about beer, there's a certain holiday that we celebrate where we drink too much beer, right? Just to be patriotic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the unofficial holiday for beer is Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
But an actual holiday, yeah, I would go ahead and say the 4th of July is probably the highest.
St. Patty's Day and 4th of July?
I think 4th of July more. I think the number of people.
New Year's too. That's true.
That is true.
Man,
but Thanksgiving, because you need that alcohol to get through that time with
just
your family.
A lot of drunken holidays, to be honest with you guys. But I think 4th of July,
Halloween, depending on the party.
Yeah,
you know?
Memorial Weekend, floating on the river. Oh, Labor Day weekend, same.
All right, Pledge, we get it. We get it. We're drunks. Okay, Pledge.
You're welcome.
What I'm trying to say is July 4th, though. There's not only drinks involved, there's such great food that like you normally are not going to be having all at one time elsewhere.
Oh, it's a buffet line, man.
Yeah.
It's a buffet line of goodness. You know, obviously the standards out there are going to be burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that, but that might be for the kids, you know, but
it's for the kids.
But for the adults though,
what you got for the adults?
For the adults, I want to go to Jason Minix's house. I want to see what
I need to see this Wagyu brisket and stuff. What's going on?
Yeah, but I'm more about the sides. And right now, because I've been doing like low carb and keto and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to like ditch the sides and basically just go after the
straight meat.
Go after the meat and cheese.
Yep.
Can you not have watermelon?
Oh, I'm fine with watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon was something new to me. I didn't know people had watermelon that much. I put it on Facebook and Twitter. I got a lot of comments, and a lot of people said watermelon, which I was not expecting.
Well, because it's so stinking hot.
Right. And I mean, I know I'll be at the river, so watermelon. I'll bring a watermelon down, see how it goes.
You gonna plug it?
I might have to plug it. I don't know. That's the first thing Rob Thompson asked me when I walked in.
Have you seen that whole thing on TikTok of people who eat watermelon with mustard?
Yeah, that's weird. Not a fan.
Is that any good? I haven't tried it.
I have no clue. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, I don't think I will. I just think it's a hoax. I mean, there are people who are saying, "Oh no, it's not that bad. It's pretty good." I'm there thinking, "No, this is a very elaborate joke."
So here's my thing too. What do you think about Frito pies and nachos? Does that belong on 4th of July? Because that's what my family does.
Oh, Frito pie belongs anywhere.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
Frito pie,
missions
and
games. Frito pie at missions games.
Now I know one of my cousins mentioned they always do ribs. So
ribs are.
I think any barbecue, right?
Any day.
Any barbecue is needed at 4th of July.
By the way, Frito pie, that reminds me of high school football.
Yes.
Just being in the stands or a college football game, just being out there, enjoying a Frito pie warms you up a little bit. Oh,
it does.
I know we're in the dead of summer right now, but man, I can't wait for the winter to come around. Be at football games on the outside. So what's this, Pledge?
Pledge is showing us how to plug a watermelon right now.
No, I'm showing you an extreme way to plug a watermelon.
Oh, okay. So too much vodka is what you're saying. I understand. Now, what do you think is the quintessential 4th of July meal? Is it hot dogs and burgers? And is nachos, Frito pie, watermelon? Clearly, if you had to pick a spread, top 6 right now, Michael Jimenez.
Top 6?
Top 6 all time.
Okay. Hamburgers, hot dogs.
Always in there.
Always in there. I would say that probably like a barbecue chicken kind of goes well with it.
Barbecue chicken.
I'm a big baked beans kind of guy. There's got to be potato salad somewhere in there. And does lime count as food because it goes with the Dos Equis?
Fair enough. I think for me, hamburgers, hot dogs, Frito pie. I think you're right on the money with potato salad. However, mine would be a good macaroni and cheese side dish as well.
That's more fall to me, man. That's more Thanksgiving.
But I feel like that just says America. You know what I mean? Macaroni and cheese.
The
excess just says America. That's what I'm saying. But we have more sports to come along. Real sports, right? Besides Joey Chestnut taking down 75 hot dogs, we got San Antonio Spurs talk coming up, don't we, Michael?
Yeah, Jeff Garcia of Locked On Spurs is going to join us after the break.
The man, the myth, the legend.
You know what? Beyond sports, I want to know more about this guy. I've gotten to know him so much over the past year or so, but I think the public needs to know more about him as well.
Who is Jeff Garcia?
Yes.
All right. 2020. This is what we're doing. It's going to be a documentary right now of Jeff Garcia joining us here on the Blitz coming up right here after the break. This is Brandon Medina, Michael Jimenez, James Pledger. This is the Blitz on ESPN San Antonio, 94.5 FM, 1250 AM, and always on the go at ESPNSA.com.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 800-990-6271.
Howdy, San Antonio. Chip Ingram from the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant, inviting you to come out and enjoy patio season. We have newly remodeled patios, garage doors, and everything else you need to enjoy this great South Texas weather. As always, ice cold beer and specialty drinks. Happy hour is daily from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., and our kitchen is open from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. See you soon at the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant at 281 and Redland Road.
When it comes to social distancing, if 6 feet is not enough with your spouse, it's probably time to change your status. Call the Divorce Dude with Polling Law PLLC. The Divorce Dude will help you get a fast, affordable, agreed divorce. But if you want to fight, the Divorce Dude will fight for you. DivorceDude.com gives you easy legal options and sticks with you every step of the way. Call George, the Divorce Dude, 210-201-0303. That's 210-201-0303 or DivorceDude.com.
Hi, Tom Bodette for Motel 6, leaving the light on for Meemaw and Peepaw and all the other maws and paws visiting the close to 4 million grandbabies born last year who've only seen you on a laptop. For all the bubbies, nanas, and papas ready to finally get your arms around those little loves, Motel 6 offers clean, comfortable rooms at a great low rate. We'll even call you Giga if you want. I'm Tom Bobo Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Hold on. You want me to tell them about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in just 30 seconds? This is impossible. Hey, I'm Billy from Twisted Tea. How can I explain that first sip of cold, smooth, real brewed tea? So good. And the extra kick you get from just the right amount of alcohol, the twist of lemon, wait, what? We're almost out of time? Oh, shit. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Get more out of summer when you get more from the Home Depot and trusted brands like Behr Paint. Beat the summer heat by taking on a paint project indoors and keep things cool with 4th of July savings on paint and all the supplies you need. We're making sure now is the perfect time to give your home a refresh. How cool is that? 4th of July savings only from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your home for everything Cowboys.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM KZDC San Antonio. Jason Minutes, Rob Thompson, the Blitz.
It is the Blitz, but it is not Rob Thompson. It is not Jason Minix. It's your man Brandon Big Papi Medina. It is Michael Jimenez and our boy James Pledger. Mike, we have a very special guest, a legend, if you will, in the city.
He is.
Right? The man, the myth, the legend, Michael. Who do we have, Mr.?
Oh, we have Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs. Here's the thing, Jeff. They've been making fun of me the entire show because I cannot do that primal scream of it is the Blitz.
It is the Blitz.
Are you capable of doing it?
Not even close. Not even close. I ain't going to attempt it. I ain't going to even bother tarnishing the legend of that voice. So,
I mean,
no way. I mean, you got to have like that growly, raspy voice to begin with. So, yeah, I don't have it.
You know, I've done it once or twice, but I'm batting like 100 on this. And Pledger's basically telling me
Pledger's saying you're betting 0.
Yeah. He's telling me during the commercial break, he's like, man, there's just some things some people can't do, and this is one of them.
Yeah, it's okay.
One thing that Pledger can do is oil himself up though for pictures.
For
That's one
pictures,
thing
yeah. When he
definitely
works
do.
out, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Did you see that? Did you see that little viral?
Oh, we were
tweet he put
talking
out
about
there?
yeah. Me and Jeff were talking about this on Twitter. Listen, Pledge is an athletic guy. We know that he likes to work out,
Yes,
right?
he is.
We get that. But there's a difference between working out and making sure you're oiled up before pictures, getting all that stuff set up,
you get
getting
all
the
that up
lighting.
there.
I mean, come on. Like, nobody else is in that gym watching this man.
Here's the
Look,
thing.
Pleasure. We know you got guns, okay? You don't have to rub it in our faces, all right?
Here's the thing. I don't know how you work out, Jeff, but if you're not sweating profusely during the workout, you're technically not doing it right.
I'm gonna do my own, and I'm gonna go to Julian's Pizza and have my fiance take a good lighted picture of me eating Julian's Pizza. I'll do my own.
Do it for the gram,
Do
baby.
it for the gram. Yeah, I'll do my own.
Mine will probably be covered with guacamole. That's probably the extent I'm going to do it. Yeah, just guacamole everywhere.
Looking like the Hulk.
But those
I know, like the Hulk, exactly.
Those pictures glisten,
Yes.
Pledge. And
They do. They glisten, exactly.
I mean,
he's like the perfect. I can't describe it. Only James can do it.
I know we were talking about this on the Sunday Sports Grill as well. I kind of mentioned it going, has anyone noticing this? I mean, he sends out a photo every other day, every few days, and it's not just one. Some of them are videos, some of them, I mean, Quinn has it right. You're Peter Parker.
Yeah, that's what it is. Now, Jeff, when it comes to the San Antonio Spurs,
Yes,
me and Pledge were talking, and I think Michael's jumped on the train now after yesterday. Is Bobby Portis a legitimate person we should be looking at in the free agency?
That's a good question. And where the Spurs stand right now, they got to look at everybody. I mean, it's at that point. They got to look at everybody who can just add more, offense, defense, whatever it is to this team. I mean, everything is on the table. If it means Portis and he can bring a plus to the Spurs, you do it. If it's James's guy, Markkanen, and if he can fit in the system, you do it. And as he jumps up and down, look at him. But no, I mean, Portis is viable. I mean, you're seeing what he did right now, and for a depleted the Bucks team, the way he stepped up his game, given the chance, given the opportunity to make an impact, he took advantage of it. Now, was it lightning in the bottle? We'll see. There's a couple more games at minimum. We'll see if it continues. But if he, plays well, it's a guy that the Spurs can definitely use. My thing is exactly what I'm just talking about right now. Can he sustain that? Because inconsistency has been consistent with the Spurs team, and you do not need to bring in another inconsistent player.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the draft is only a few weeks away, right? Late July, we're seeing that happen. Is there any buzz on social media of who Spurs fans are exactly wanting, or who they're telling you that they want for that NBA draft?
It's the guy that Michael's going to have a jersey on once he becomes a Spur, Kai Jones.
No.
So, expect Jimenez to put a Kai Jones jersey on him when he gets there. Kai Jones has been the guy that a lot of Spurs fans are looking at for the Spurs to get at 12. I get both sides of the argument. I get where Jimenez is coming. You look at the stats, what he did in college. How can the guy putting up those numbers get picked at 12? I totally get that, Jimenez. But you look at the optics of it, he is that missing big that the Spurs, athletic big, let me rephrase, athletic big that the Spurs desperately need. And it's not only that, because Michael, James, y'all heard this on Locked On Spurs. I'll tell you, Brandon, look at the depth right now at big man spot. It's Jakob and then Eubanks.
Yeah.
That's a big drop off. That's a huge drop off. Dominic, technically he's 6'11", but we don't know what his deal is. So they need to address that. Kai Jones fills that, but Michael, Brandon, he's definitely going to be at minimum maybe a 1 year and a half project.
And that's the thing, is that whenever I hear the phrase or the words when they describe someone who's in the draft as being raw, when I hear raw talent, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, that's a project that's going to be 2, 3, 4 years in the making. And whenever I hear the phrase bouncy big, I roll my eyes even harder. Okay. I understand the importance to have a strong center position. I get that. But now, I look at the draft right now. This is such a good draft. I almost want the Spurs to drop back a little bit, pick up a second first rounder next year, drop back to 15 or 16, get some more draft capital, because they can get somebody good at a 15 or 16, because this is an extremely deep draft. But you and I have conversations over the phone, just kind of hanging out from time to time. And I brought up a point to you the other day. I asked the question, why would it be bad for the Spurs to draft a combo guard? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it, because Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought that up because the latest buzz around this pre-draft meetings / workouts is, again, more guards have come out and say they've worked out with the Spurs. The latest have been a kid out of Oregon State, Ethan Thompson. You got another kid, just Alabama. I believe his name is Josh Primo. All are wings, all are guards. If you just take a look at the names that have come out to say as far as meeting or working out with the Spurs, it's heavy, heavy guards right now. Now, most of these guys are likely going to be second-round picks if they are still on the board for San Antonio. So fine. But if we take this as what is the pulse of the Spurs right now, what they're looking at, it seems to me they're really targeting swing guys, wing guys,
right?
Tall, lanky, 6'5" guys that can fill a need for the Spurs. And we talked about before, Michael, if the Spurs, they have two big holes right now, if they address one of them, it's still a win-win. You get yourself a big, great. You get in the free agency or the draft, you get yourself a shooting guard that can make and take threes in the draft, great. But it seems to me the Spurs are leaning towards the guards right now.
Yeah, I'm like, get the best player available, man. And I don't care if it's Keon Johnson from Tennessee. I don't care if it's James Bouknight out of Connecticut. I just don't want there to be a player. I like Franz Wagner from Michigan. A lot of people are kind of down on him. But I want there is some star potential in this draft. And the way that I look at it is this. People will say, well, the Spurs shouldn't draft somebody because we have a lot of guards already. You know, we already have Lonnie Walker, we have Derek White, we have DeJounte, we have, Trey, we have a lot of different players out there who play the guard position. My question to you is, name an all-star out of those guys. And if there's none of them, then that means that they're replaceable.
Fair enough. I mean, I look at things too. You guys brought it. It's a stretch forward, somebody that can go and stretch the floor, or an athletic big man. I mean, Kai Jones, the big thing is it worth the gamble? That's the question to ask, right? Is he worth the gamble of taking at 12 when you look at Corey Kispert could be there? You look at Isaiah Jackson, stuff like that. Do you think that the Spurs need to take a big man early, or could you see them, like you guys said, taking a combo guard ahead of that? What do you think, Jeff?
I think they might go big early. I really think so. I think either that be the power forward or the center spot, because they're stacked with guards already.
Right.
As of this moment, we don't know what's going on with DeMar. Maybe he stays, maybe he doesn't. But the point is, you got to go in with the thought that maybe he's still there. And I think that could be an issue for the Spurs heading to the draft. They really need to see where he's at right now. Is he going to come back? If he's going to come back, then maybe that gives them an idea what they should do with number 12. But if he doesn't, then they really know what they should do with number 12. Now, I mean, obviously you can assess those minutes to Devin Vassell, Trey Jones next year, give them some burn, and spread it out among the young guys they have right now. But it'd be nice, let's put it that way. It'd be nice to know where DeMar stands right now for the San Antonio Spurs in that war room, knowing what they should draft. But I think they should definitely go big. I think you get yourself a quality big, whether it be a power forward or a center. And if it's a 3-and-D power forward, you got to get them.
I think if the Spurs take a guard early, San Antonio Spurs Twitter will implode. It's going to lose.
Oh, yeah, well, it's already doing it right now. It's happening as we speak. So,
I think it's going to be no matter who they draft. The Spurs Twitter this year is going to look like New York Jets fan, because they're going to be upset about whoever they get.
Yeah. So no, absolutely. But the Spurs, look, they're on the clock, beginning now and moving forward. They really are. They gotta look. They've done pretty well for themselves in the late 20 picks. I mean, Derek White's not that bad, nor is DeJounte Murray or Keldon. Solid picks, and look where they pick now. And then they use an 11 pick. They got Devin Vassell. Great. So I think they'll definitely find an impact player at 12. The question is that player going to be impact immediate or a project like maybe a Kai Jones? One thing's for sure, though, if they get a guy that can help, I better be damn sure that he's not spending bulk of his rookie season in Austin.
Yeah, right.
If it's a couple of weeks, okay, fine, I get it. Maybe the first month, fine. You let him get his feet wet. But as the season progresses, he needs to get into the system because they're falling behind the eight ball right now. Michael, you and I talked about this on Locked On Spurs. Just the Southwest Division in their own backyard. You got John Morant, Zion Williamson, Luka Doncic. Houston's going to get the number 2 pick. That's another power player entering the division. And the Spurs, what do they stand right now? They had a bunch of good players. Nothing but love to them. But are these players the type to carry them deep into the postseason? As of right now, we do not know. Murray obviously seems that maybe he can, but we'll see how that progresses.
So we were talking earlier, the Spurs can go 2 different directions. They can go with the bouncy big, or they can go with a combo guard. There's another way that you can look at it as well, right? Get a Venn diagram of this. Do you go after the star potential, or do you go with the highest ceiling, or do you go after some player who has a lower ceiling but a higher floor because you know they're gonna be good, right? You know, that might be Corey, that might be Kispert.
Yeah.
You know, that might be Franz Wagner, who they're gonna have long careers in the NBA. They're going to be successful. They're going to make lots of money, but they're not going to be a star, but they're going to be a good contributing player. Do you roll the dice to try to get a star, or or try to be safer when it comes to it?
Yeah, and I think, Jeff, you know, last time you and I got a chance to talk, whenever I was hanging out with Pledger and you guys, is we talked about this free agency class, obviously pledging us. We talk about Lauri Marketing, we talk about Bobby Portis, but there is no real exciting names out there, right? Where I even mentioned
not doing it for you.
No, but I mean, you remember when I told you, is it maybe suffer one more year and go next free agency? Is it maybe trade up this pick? Like, what do you think about looking at possible trade values for this 12 pick?
Yeah, look, it's definitely a piece that can angle out there. And look, the guys they have on the roster right now, they are tradable assets. The Spurs should not be shy to think about or even put it out there when they're just having preliminary discussions with teams like, hey, we have this number 12 pick. We got a bunch of guards, wing players on our roster right now. How are they looking at? You know, what do you think, Team X? Do you think any of these would entice you? Obviously, maybe you kind of wince a little bit if they say, what do you want for DeJounte, maybe Keldon? But if it's Derek, yeah. If it's Lonnie, yeah. If it's Jakob, maybe, you know, you don't know. I mean, I think the Spurs have to consider everything right now, everything on the table. If they can flip some of these young guys and their pick into an established star player right now and bring them in, I think they might have to do that. The problem is, though, you do that, you're pretty severely gutting your roster. You're going to be trading away pieces that are already within the system. So the Spurs got to get aggressive. They have to start getting aggressive right now.
That is Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs. Hey, before we let you go, a couple of quick questions that are not Spurs related, not basketball related. First question: when it comes to nachos, you saw you saw the great debate on Twitter.
I did.
Shredded cheese or queso? What comes to mind?
This is big, Jeff. This is big right now.
Yes, this is huge. Oh man. Can I say both of them?
No, they have to make a choice, sir. Got to make a choice.
I'm going shredded.
There we go.
Okay, he knows better.
Yeah,
he knew.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going shredded.
Do you have any ties at all or memories of Ingram Park Mall?
Oh, yes.
What's your best memory of Ingram Park Mall?
Orange Julius.
Oh, upstairs.
Okay.
Next to the KB Toys back in the day. Very cool.
Because I always had an Orange Julius before I went into KB's.
John Dyer on Facebook Live says, I worked at a jewelry store kiosk at Ingram back in 2000. Got a quick little jewelry store moment over there. I bought my wife's wedding ring at America's Diamond.
That's right.
Pretty reputable place. Okay. It's a great place. My wife bought my wedding ring from a store at Ingram Park Mall upstairs.
That's right.
Right? While with this, bump and hip hop music going on in the background.
That's right.
And it was Closer by Next. Yeah. That song was in there, and I'm like, that song is going on right now while I'm buying my wedding ring.
There you go. Listen, if that does not scream reliable, and that does not scream just commitment, I don't know what does. I don't know what does.
All right, Jeff. One of the go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was saying, remember Walden Books?
Oh, yes.
Right below the Orange Julius.
Yes, there was a Playboy Playmate that signed an autograph for me there. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Good times over at Ingram Park Mall. Good times talking to Jeff Garcia, as always. Thank you, my man. We appreciate talking to you. We love it, my man. We do have tickets to give away. However, Jeff,
talk to y'all later.
We'll talk to you soon, brother.
This is the time. This is the moment. We need caller number 9 at 656 ESPN. That is 656-3776. We're giving away a 4-pack of tickets to a Missions game this weekend. Caller number 9.
Caller number 9. It is your time. San Antonio Missions tickets. You do not want to miss it.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs. Brandon and I have something in common. We have a financial interest in the NBA finals this year. You're listening to The Blitz on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM, and we're on the go at ESPNSA.com.
Happy 4th of July. From 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM. 94.5 FM.
It is Friday afternoon, 4th of July weekend. You know you're going to fire up the grill this weekend, but before you do, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market, one of their 2 locations, because you know that great meal starts with great meat, and you're going to get the very best at Tri-County Meat Market.
This is one of the majors. It is the July 4th weekend, so you better have the very best, and Tri-County's got it for you. Are you ready? Here we go. 3-bone plate ribs, $9.99 a pound. 4-bone chuck short ribs, $9.99 a pound. Prime sirloin fajitas, $14.99 a pound. Wagyu brisket, $8.99 a pound. You better get just 3 of those.
Traeger.
Fresh Wagyu sausage is spectacular at $9.99 a pound. And then those glorious tomahawks, just $17.99 a pound. Plan accordingly. Sunday the 4th, they're only open 10 to 4. Monday, they're closed. Back to normal on Tuesday. First responders, you're getting 10% off. Tri-County Meat Market's 2 locations. Ralph Fair Road, Heebner Road, or TriCountyMeat.com.
It's a baseball summer, and the Missions are back on at the Wolf this Tuesday for $2 Tuesday. The Missions battle the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Come out and enjoy $2 tickets, parking, beer, and sausage wraps. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the first pitch at 7:05. Go to samissions.com for tickets and details. That's samissions.com. Wolf Stadium is now open to 100% capacity for Missions baseball. Let's get back to fun. Play ball!
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Due to overwhelming demand, Diamonds Direct is extending our special finance offer through this Saturday, just in time for you to celebrate the 4th with some new bling. That's right, now through Saturday at 6 p.m., you can make any purchase at Diamonds Direct and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. It's easy, it's smart, it makes everything affordable. Diamonds Direct's best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing now through Saturday. On approved credit, get store hours, directions, and details at diamondsdirect.com.
Injuries happen, so if you twist, pull, pop, or snap something, you need Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Dr. Espinosa treats all non-surgical orthopedic injuries and has same-day and next-day availability. Telemedicine services are also available. There is no reason to be in pain. If you are hurting, visit Dr. David Espinosa at TSAOG Orthopedics. Learn more at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com, or schedule your appointment by calling 210-804-5490.
It's time to spread your wings and your fins. It's time to breathe the air. Dance in the streets. Excite your senses. From day to night. It's time to see the world again. SeaWorld. Buy a SeaWorld pass, get an Aquatica pass free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions, blockout dates, and taxes may apply.
Try to keep me down, but I just get higher.
It is the Blitz. I'm Brandon Medina. That is Michael Jimenez. James Pledger running the show from the board, having a good time here on a Friday. We hope you are ready for a jam-packed weekend of nothing but good old Americana fun. Hope you have your drinks ready to go. Hope you have that meat ready on the grill. Whether you're here in Texas at a river, at a lake, maybe you're going to California like my buddy Michael Jimenez. Whatever the case, we wish you a wonderful and safe 4th of July. However, for those bettors out there who are looking to spend some money this weekend, we still have the NBA playoffs going on. We have not had a finals matchup set, but one team in the Phoenix Suns will be going on to compete in the finals. And you and I, Michael, should be winning some money, hopefully.
Yeah. It's amazing whenever you have a futures bet.
Yes.
You know, I went to Vegas a few months ago, and
like a Vegas local, right? Like you go quite a bit. Yeah.
I go to about twice a year.
Okay.
And I'm leaving the casino, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do one last bet. And that bet was a $30 bet, 10-1, that the Phoenix Suns would win the NBA Finals.
Now, when was that? When was this? Like right around
March.
So why the Phoenix Suns? What made you place a bet on that?
I just looked at the standings and I said, hey, they're going to be the 2 seed. They're going to be the 1, 2, or 3 seed out there. So they're going to have home court advantage for at least 2 rounds. They were playing well. I started believing CP3. Devin Booker was playing out of his mind, and so was DeAndre Ayton. And they just seemed to be a very well-run team, and we've seen that in the playoffs as well.
Yeah. So I did my bet on the Phoenix Suns probably mid-late April. And I bet on the Nets and the Suns. So I did just 25 apiece. The Nets, I think, were higher odds, obviously, because they were favored very much so. The Suns, though, were 8-1. Yours were 10-1. So we should be winning in the hundreds. You should be getting a nice little payday off of a couple little bucks.
A few $100 plus my money back. But I'm gonna tell you what, I one time went to.
I think I know this story because you had a crazy year. Was it like 03 or something like that?
It was 03. Yeah, you remember this story.
I remember the story.
It's a long time ago, but I talked to you about this. But yeah, 03. It was actually in December of 02. I went to Vegas the week after Christmas, and I decided I was up money. I was going to play a bunch of futures bets, but I only did, one team. I bet that Tampa Bay would win the Super Bowl, and they were like, 15-1, and it hit. I bet that the Syracuse Orangemen with Carmelo would win the national title. They were 30-1, and I got them for $30.
Damn, that's a solid one.
Yeah, it was. I got the.
That's like almost $1,000 just right there.
Yeah, exactly. And I got the World Series that year,
and the Spurs,
and I got the Spurs winning the title that year. And that was just a homer pick for myself, right? It was a great year, and I went back the following year just with all my tickets and cashed out, and it was basically a free trip the next time.
Wow, well, that's awesome.
But I understand that someone's Vegas virginity is about to be lost over here.
That is right. Yeah. So I have been to Vegas once when I was 16 years old. It was not at all the trip that I had imagined at 16 years old. It was fun, but I mean, what much could you do at 16, right? So I'm going next weekend to cover the Conor McGregor fight for the station here at ESPN San Antonio. So I'll be there for the McGregor fight from Friday to Monday afternoon. So I'm going to be placing a little bit of bets. I might throw some bets your way and get a little understanding of where I might lie and what you think. So I'm definitely probably going to take that Carson Wentz prop bet, right? Take some NFL prop bets to make sure we're making the moves into the fantasy gods to watch throughout the season. Because when you make those bets ahead of time, it makes it more fun to watch, right? You start watching games that you normally probably wouldn't just because you have something riding on the line.
It makes fun. I mean, that's the thing about sports betting or even anything like daily fantasy.
Yeah.
It just makes it more fun to watch and play.
Because my mom and a lot of my family, they love slots, right? They love going to slot machines. They'll play penny slots and dollar slots all day long. And that's fun. It really is, right? Flashy lights, they're seducing, they're exciting. But when you place a sports bet in real time, you get to watch that play out. And it's a longer bet. It's a longer burn. You're not just blowing $25 in 2 minutes. You're watching that over time.
Now, where are you staying in Vegas?
So we're staying right off of the Strip, over. I think it's Westgate, so a little bit north of Vegas.
Okay, so Westgate has one of the best sports books around. It is massive. Also, check out Circa.
The new one, right? The massive pool with all the screens, right? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
exactly.
I heard about that one, so we'll be there.
That's over on Fremont. Yeah, that's how you know I'm getting older. Is that I've graduated from the Strip to these off-site, off-strip locations. But
I had to book my flight and everything literally like 2 weeks in advance. UFC was like, "Hey, you're good. Let's come." And then it's like, "Yo, I got to book everything." So yeah, I think it's going to be a fun time. I'll place a little bit of wagers for sure. I'm taking probably a couple hundred just to put on bets.
I'm trying to get James Pledger to go with me to Vegas.
If you guys go, you guys let me know. I promise you.
Because we want to go for the NFL draft next year.
That'd be sick. I want to go with you for the Super. You go for the Super Bowl, right? But you take like big money bets, don't you?
Not really. I actually do pretty well over there. One of my favorite things is seeing people bet on the national anthem, the over under on the time.
A lot of oohs and ahs after.
People are hooting and hollering, during the anthem, and they're not being patriotic. They're making their way to the sports book, to the cashier to cash out. One of the best ones that I did was Ed Reed having a pick six in the Super Bowl against the Niners. And when he got that pick six, and not only saying that it was going to be a pick six, but identifying the player to do so.
Hard.
Oh, it was amazing.
Tough. Yeah, I've hit a couple parlays during the Fantasy Gods. I always put out every show we did. I put out a parlay that I liked, and we would do one.
And our games last year.
Yo, if you're looking at betting, I swear on everything that I love, our games last year, we were for sure positive. Like we won you money.
Oh, I know. And people were reaching out to us, sending us messages going, You're like 70-75% accurate on this stuff.
Who do you pick this week? Yeah. We were definitely some sharks over there. Yeah, absolutely. Now, when it comes to the NBA playoffs, NBA finals, we have one game left or one series left. You have the Hawks and the Bucks. We have the Suns already in. Are you taking the Hawks? You taking the Bucks? Who are you taking to win this series?
Win the series, I'm taking the Bucks, but I think it's going to go 7.
Okay.
And one thing I'm worried about though is, man, the Phoenix Suns, they're going to be off for like a week.
You're worried about that?
Yeah, I mean, again, some of the players can rest up from injuries, but there's something about that consistency, that
drive,
that internal clock of I have to get up, I have to go to the gym, I have to play a game, and then I have to recover. Right? The Suns, I mean, they might go a full week or longer without playing a game, and that concerns me. That's the one thing that concerns me because I think that they're a better unit than both the Bucks and Hawks.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely taking the Suns in the finals. I don't know if I'm going to double dip in Vegas, but I do think the Suns win that series, and I do think the Bucks also take the Hawks. But with Trae Young coming back, if Giannis is not back Game 7, the Hawks are going to the finals.
Yeah,
I don't know that Giannis can play that Game 7. I have no idea how he's feeling, what the update is. I know tomorrow Trae is a game time decision, but Trae's gonna play. He has to. And you mentioned the name Giannis. I need a ruling here. Are we going to go by Giannis or Giannis? Pledge, which one is it?
Dude, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Dude, I have never said his last name in my entire life. The two hardest things I've ever had to say in my life is, it is the Blitz. and so I just refer to him as Giannis and the Greek Freak. That is it.
It's Giannis and it's Antetokounmpo.
Yep.
Nailed it.
There you go. Now we'll try. This is the Blitz. When we come back from this break, we're gonna make sure Michael Jimenez nails it right after this for sure. So when we come back, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Mr. Michael Jimenez will make sure to make us all proud.
Very cool, man. Hey, when we come back, let's talk about a little bit more about sports. Got to recap the day.
Yeah.
Some of the big stories, some of the headliners. That Olympian who's in jeopardy of not winning a gold because of something that came up on a test. We're going to be talking more about that on 1250 ESPN, 94.5 FM. We're on the go at ESPNSA.com.
The NBA playoffs are on ESPN San Antonio. Brought to you by the Mellow Mushroom. Online at mellowmushroom.com. From the play-in to the finals, we've got you covered. 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM.
Jason Minix here for Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira I-10 Auto Complex. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, there is no better place to go than Ancira. I can tell you firsthand because I am a long-time Ancira customer. Through the years, I've bought many vehicles from Ancira, including one that I have now. My daughter's car, my niece's car from Ancira. Half the people at the radio station drive Ancira vehicles, including James Pledger, and it's because of how well Ancira takes care of you before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. They're going to make sure you're getting the vehicle you want with the options and features that you're looking for. They'll give you great value on your trade-in, the best rebates and financing options that are available, and that service after the sale is second to none. And you know Ancira, price made Ancira number one, price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira I-10 Auto Complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Hebner.
Kevin Nealon is coming to LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio, best known for his 9-year run on Saturday Night Live. Kevin Nealon will be at LOL on July 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at lolsanantonio.com. From SNL to Weeds to blockbuster movies like Just Go With It, Anger Management, The Wedding Singer, Joe Dirt, and many others, Kevin Nealon sets himself apart from other comedic performers. Get your tickets now to see Kevin Nealon at LOL Comedy Club. Go to lolsanantonio.com. That's lolsanantonio.com.
Hi, Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for fur babies. If you think it's been hard being stuck at home for a year, think about your dog. It's been 7 years for them, and they deserve to get out and sniff the world too. So grab Daisy, Ranger, or Doodles and hit the road. But be sure to stick your head out the window and look for a Motel 6. And like all pets, Baxter stays free. Hot dog. I'm Tom Bodette for Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
If your definition of free time means arguing with your spouse, you might want to pick a new hobby. Call the Divorce Dude with Polling Law PLLC. The Divorce Dude will help you get a fast, affordable, agreed divorce. But if you want to fight, the Divorce Dude will fight for you. DivorceDude.com gives you easy legal options and sticks with you every step of the way. Call George, the Divorce Dude, 210-201-0303. That's 210-201-0303 or DivorceDude.com.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper pet kit. Because shed happens.
Welcome guests back in with 4th of July savings at Lowe's. Get Valspar's signature interior paint and primer starting at $32.98 per gallon. And with appliance savings today and every day, save up to $750 now on select major appliances. The summer savings continue this July 4th. So stop at Lowe's or buy online and pick up in store. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Paint pricing valid through 7/7/21. In-store must ask cashier to apply coupon. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Can't be combined with additional discounts. Exclusions apply. Valid through 7/14.
There's the Blitz. Oh,
there we go.
Woo! Okay, so evidently, Pledge came inside the booth and said, maybe breathe through your nose first, which is what you heard there. I probably should breathe through my nose first and then turn on my mic.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
I couldn't go off this break.
You couldn't
go
leave
the weekend.
without.
Can't go on vacation just as a complete failure. But Pledge was in the hallway during the commercial break, just
Yelling
screaming, it is the Blitz over and over and over again.
It's a madhouse here. That's what happens. Rob Thompson, Jason Minix leave.
It is the Blitz!
They leave once and the whole ship goes down. It's all good. However,
I want to take Pledger to a football game and whenever see a sack happen, just have him scream, it is the Blitz.
yes, yes, please. We need him and Rob Thompson next to all of us, just all together screaming, it is the Blitz.
It is the Dime Blitz.
Yes.
Hey, recap top stories. Dallas Cowboys named as the team to be featured on HBO's Hard Knocks.
Right. Yep.
How excited are you?
That one's going to be great. A lot of stories to look at. You got Dak Prescott, you got Mike McCarthy, you got Zeke Elliott, that defensive line, defensive secondary. Going to be a ton of stuff to look into for that specific series. Like we talked about last time, though, it got a little dry. This one's going to be all of America tuned in. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, Liev Schreiber is his name, right? The actor who does the voiceover for him. He does a fantastic job doing the voiceovers for that show. I love the music. It has like the old school NFL films feel to it.
Yeah.
Along with a more modern approach to it. I absolutely love it. I want to see what CeeDee Lamb does in the offseason. I want to see if Zeke Elliott is really healthy. They keep on saying he's healthy, man.
Well, we're going to see if Tony Pollard starts getting more touches just in training camp. Yeah.
Right. And then obviously the whole Dak Prescott issue. Okay. There's going to be waterworks. You know, it's going to make you cry.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to go back and they're going to show what happened back then, the injury, and then his recovery. And they're going to show all of that stuff. I am not a Cowboys fan, but I'll tell you what, I will watch every episode of Hard Knocks because guess what? I watch them all anyway.
Yes.
It could have been the Cleveland Browns again. It could have been the Buccaneers. I don't care. I'm all about Hard Knocks.
Yeah, and I think for all of you fantasy football fans, obviously we are together the fantasy gods. This is a huge opportunity for us to look at the fantasy football landscape. Who's getting touches? Who's getting favorites and favoritism in camp? Who's, is CeeDee Lamb moving up and becoming the number one option behind Amari Cooper? He already is, but how is he looking, right?
Yeah.
Is he worth taking in those mid rounds? Is Amari worth taking early on? Like, we're going to see a lot of that behind the scenes, and that's what helps out when you look at that, plus you reading articles. All of that encompasses what fantasy football is about.
From a fantasy perspective, am I the only one who thinks that maybe, just maybe, CeeDee Lamb might be the number one receiver this year for the Cowboys? Just simply because of the injuries to Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup has, he was kind of out of the offense once Dak got hurt last year. He couldn't find his rhythm last year. I think CeeDee Lamb might actually be the top receiver. He may not go that way. His average draft position might not say that, but he might be one of those kind of quasi sleepers out there.
Yeah, I mean, he really might be. He really might be. Now, when it comes to the rest of the Cowboys offense, besides Zeke Elliott, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, you still taking him in those mid rounds?
Yeah,
you really
the upside's so great.
Okay,
the upside is the upside's there, and that's the thing about fantasy football. And we've said this before on the show. I like the high ceiling when it comes to fantasy football. I don't want he gets 8 points, he gets 12 points, he gets 16 points every week. I want the unknown. I want to know can Dak can win you 3 or 4 games a season just by himself by blowing up. And there's running backs that are like that. There are receivers that are like that as well. Hey, but when we do our league next year, because last year we had a fantasy league for the fantasy gods, and it was just a snake draft, right? It was just one. It was what, a 12-team league. I think this year we should have 2 leagues.
Really?
I'd like to have a snake draft one, and I would like to have one that is going to be, maybe an auction draft.
Okay, we talked about this last time. What is it that entices you from an auction draft?
It's being a real GM of a fantasy team, because you have to be smart with your decisions. You have to be smart about it. It's a different layer. It's a different type of fantasy in the sense that, if you want a player, you have to bid for them. And for those of you who don't do auction leagues, basically you get a salary cap, if you will, and a player goes up for auction. Let's say that we say Dak Prescott, and the team that gets him is the team who bids the most money for him.
Yeah.
Right. So you might say, I'm going to bid for $50 out of a $200 salary cap, and basically you have to fill out your roster. Do you want to have 2 studs and 8 players that are kind of just so, or do you want to have a more well-balanced team? Do you want to sit back and watch and see other teams waste some of their salary cap space?
Yep.
I mean, a couple of years ago, I won a league, and people made fun of me because I spent money on Patrick Mahomes, and they're like, oh, I just remember thinking to myself, dude, he has Andy Reid that's coaching him.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's getting Patrick Mahomes for $4 on that league, and where everyone else is spending $30 or $40 on a quarterback, but I got mine for $4. That meant I could go spend money elsewhere.
Yep. Yeah, and a lot of the money goes to your running backs, right? A lot of your money goes to running backs, wide receivers, stuff like that. We have people already looking to claim spots in the league.
I see that.
You see that? I mean, there's
Prince Obi-Wan.
Listen, our league was always weak. The thing is, if you're a Fantasy Gods listener, if you've never listened to the show at all, be ready, because season 2 is coming, and it's coming hard, fast. We're going to go off. It's going to be incredible. We have a little community that we love already and that we cherish, and that community is staying with us, but we're going to also be introducing newer aspects, like possibly a second league. And every time you join a Fantasy Gods league, guess what? You get a little segment on the show too. We talk about that league a lot.
Oh yeah, and those are some really good guys out there that we played against, but we were at a disadvantage because they knew who our sleepers were. It was obvious that they watched or listened to every episode or every podcast that we had, because they would draft, and it was like, oh my God.
Well, we did the draft right after the show, after the show. So we did a full show talking about what we were planning on doing in that draft. And then we get there, wouldn't you know it, boom, Antonio Gibson's off early, Matt Stafford, like these guys who are our sleeper picks, CeeDee Lamb, like they're going right before us because they know if I don't take them and it gets to Mike or it gets to Brandon, for the past few weeks they've been talking about them. They're absolutely going to take them.
But what's going to be great this year is we should be able to have a live draft in person because last time we couldn't because of COVID. So it makes things different. It's going to make our show different also because it's
stream the live draft on Facebook. We got to do something like that.
Yeah. So it's going to be so much better this year. Last year was a success though. Our show was a success, and I would say that it kind of dominated the sports talk radio area for the weekends.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, that's going to be exciting stuff to look forward to once we come into August and once we come into fantasy football time. I have a draft in 2 weeks. What's going on? I have a draft literally in 2 weeks, bro. I mean, I'm the best man for a wedding. It's the only time we're all going to get together, and we're doing just an early on draft, which means come August, lots of drops, lots of ads, right? Because we have no idea what training camp is going to look like. It's before training camp. So someone might get hurt. Someone might get more favoriting minutes and favoriting snaps. I mean, we have no idea. So lots of additions and drops come August, but that's going to be a fun one. And I think we need to have a trophy or something. We had a lot of giveaways last time. Expect great giveaways this time for the fantasy gods. And that's going to be coming on here the next month or so.
I'm fascinated when it comes to fantasy football about rookies because more and more teams are playing rookies early on, like CeeDee Lamb last year. Now, he was on track to probably have about 1,200 yards receiving if Dak had not gotten hurt. He finished just under 1,000, I believe. And there's certain players out there. I'm taking a look at like the rankings right now. Kyle Pitts is ranked as the 5th highest tight end. Look at that. Below Kelsey, Waller, Kittle, and Andrews, and then Pitts. So that's like would you take a flyer on Pitts?
I don't know. Take a flyer.
Starter?
I don't take a flyer that early on. Honestly, I don't think I would. But it seems like anything that Julio Jones was getting, Kyle Pitts will be getting. But a name I would definitely mention is don't shy away at taking a flyer on Hayden Hurst. I mean, because Kyle Pitts is just going to be taking up all the stuff that Julio Jones is getting. Hayden Hurst is going to get the exact same thing that he was supposed to be getting last year. Another one is Irv Smith Jr. from the Minnesota Vikings I'd be looking at. So all of that I'd be really excited about. But I mean, fantasy football is right around the corner. And me and you, our wives hate it. Our friends love it. That's just how it goes. Ooh. It's going to be a good one.
ESPN San Antonio. Breaking news.
All right, breaking news from Jeff Garcia from Spurs Zone. Locked on Spurs. Says a report says that AT&T out as Spurs arena sponsor and minority owner.
Wow. Huge.
It says this means the team will be looking for a new arena sponsor moving forward. And there's a quote that says, it's expected the arena will remain known as AT&T Center until the contract expires in the fall of 2022. Although the telecom giant exited the team in another manner in recent weeks, Front Office Sports learned that AT&T sold off its minority interest in the Spurs, which stood at 7% of the team. AT&T later confirmed the sale to FOS, Front Office Sports.
Wow, that is huge news, San Antonio. Now, obviously, I know within the article it also mentions Michael Dell and the investment company 6th Street bought a stake in the team. Apparently, that purchase was part of the AT&T's stake in the team. Could we see Dell making a move at the namesake possibly? Is that what we're seeing?
That's good money to have if possible.
Yeah. I mean, what do you make
I
of
like
this?
tech money.
Oh my goodness! I mean, we gotta go by Whataburger Court, man. We gotta do
Yes,
that.
Whataburger Court. Yes, absolutely. Or if not, Randolph. I mean, you got Randolph Brooks. You got Security Service. You got USAA.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
Valero, New Star. Let's make this happen.
There's a ton of big ones, absolutely. But we will talk about this more when we come back. I think we got to get a little bit more into this. Now we have breaking news. We'll definitely talk about that. Let's get into that. AT&T is not going to be the namesake of the AT&T Center. It's now going to be changing up after the fall of 2022. So we'll talk about that when we come back. This is ESPN San Antonio's The Blitz. Brandon Medina, Michael Jimenez, James Pledger, 94.5 FM, 1250 AM, and on the go at ESPNSA.com.
Get 100% sports while you give 50% effort at work.
Is that a rhetorical point, or would you like to do the math?
I think to do the math. 1250 ESPN San Antonio and 94.5 FM. All day, every day.
Guys, stop what you're doing. Give me a few seconds of your time and let me give you a piece of advice that will change your love life forever. Have you noticed you've been losing a little pep in your step? Has your lady friend asked you, is everything okay? Do you find yourself having trouble rising for the occasion? Do you stress out before that special moment and wonder, is it gonna work? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a big secret. You don't ever have to worry again. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula has you covered. Mojo is the 100% guaranteed male enhancement formula that guarantees lasting success, if you know what I mean. The Mojo Male Enhancement Formula is safe, natural, and effective every single time, guaranteed. Mojo is available in a fast-acting spray and a quick-action capsule. Do yourself and her a favor and call Pureline Nutrition in San Antonio today. They'll get you set up for success. Call 210-494-2210. That number again is 210-494-2210. Mojo Male Enhancement, only available at Pureline Nutrition.
Looking for a protein-packed snack to power you through the day? Of course you are. Only Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds have the bold flavors that stand out in the Me Too snack aisle. Sea salt and cracked black pepper, pineapple ancho chili, pasilla chili cheese, and more. Take your snacking to higher flavor levels with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. And keto fans, you're going to love this low-carb crunch. Visit your local H-E-B and southernrecipesmallbatch.com to see the power of the rinds.
Southern Recipe pork rinds.
Don't let pain keep you from doing the things you love. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. Whether you've been living with chronic and nagging pain for years, or if you've recently experienced an injury, our goal is to get you out of pain as quickly as possible. Arasti is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, Arasti accepts most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
It's time to spread your wings and your fins. It's time to breathe the air. Dance in the streets. Excite your senses. From day to night. It's time to see the world again. SeaWorld. Buy a SeaWorld pass, get an Aquatica pass free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Restrictions, blockout dates, and taxes may apply.
On our first date, we had masks on and kept 6 feet apart. Now we're a lot closer.
Just like Cliff and Deb, thousands of singles over 50 found their perfect match on Silver Singles last year.
I feel like I'm 20 years old again, and I'm pretty sure she feels the same way.
Rediscover the magic of dating with Silver Singles, the exclusive community for singles over 50. Sign up today and receive daily matches you won't want to miss at silversingles.com/radio. silversingles.com/radio.
Due to overwhelming demand, Diamonds Direct is extending our special finance offer through this Saturday, just in time for you to celebrate the 4th with some new bling. That's right, now through Saturday at 6 p.m., you can make any purchase at Diamonds Direct and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. It's easy, it's smart, it makes everything affordable. Diamonds Direct's best offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing now through Saturday. On approved credit, get store hours, directions, and details at diamondsdirect.com.
We all like things to be easy and convenient, and New Brakes has done that with brake repair. Jason Minix here for New Brakes, a mobile brake shop. They will come to you to fix your brakes. New Brakes uses premium brake parts, and they back all repairs with a 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty. Busy at work or relaxing at the house, you continue to do what you do while New Brakes fixes your brakes. Go read all their 5-star reviews and schedule your repair at nubrakes.com. That's nubrakes.com.
It is the Blitz. Brandon Big Papi Medina, Michael Jimenez, James Pleasure. We just broke some news for you all, San Antonio. AT&T is not going to be renewing that namesake for the AT&T Center, so we had to come up with a few ideas of what this arena will be called moving forward. James Pleasure, what was your number one go-to?
Barbacoa and Big Red Arena.
Barbacoa and Big Red Arena. What about you, Michael? Any names sticking out to you?
Man, something Luby's related. Come
Oh,
on.
okay.
I mean, let's revive Luby's, because a friend of mine refers to that restaurant as Heaven's Waiting Room.
Wow. Beautiful.
So yeah,
I would get an absolute full banner painting of that in my office. Heaven's Waiting Room, Luby's Restaurant. Wow. I mean, you look at HEB Buddy Buck Center, The Whataburger What Center. You know what I mean? You look at Taqueria Jalisco Arena. You know what I mean? You look at a lot of, they can all just get together and pile up the money to buy the namesake.
Fred's Fish Fry Stadium.
Bill Miller Sweet Tea Arena. I mean, there's so much. There's so much. But I think Bolero, USAA, Whataburger, HEB, these huge companies that we have here in the city definitely need to be on high alert.
Not only the namesake, it said that the company AT&T will be selling 7% of their 7% stake in the team. So that being said,
Dell has to be the leading thing, though, right? Pledge. I mean, they bought some stake in the Spurs recently.
Yeah,
that has to be it.
I'm going to throw out another name, Tony Parker.
What about it?
I think Tony Parker should line up and get a group together because he owns franchises elsewhere in Europe. He's an entrepreneur when it comes to that. I can see Tony Parker leading something about that.
Oh my goodness! Well,
IKEA
Arena. Yes, and there's an IKEA in the arena. You just buy Spurs-related furniture. That'd be incredible.
What a stadium.
What an arena. Yes, exactly. We need it. And then you just give out coupons for free double meat Whataburgers. Yeah, it's perfect. It works perfect. How are you guys going to be spending the 4th of July before we get out of here? James Pledger, what are you doing 4th of July?
Drunk.
Nice. Michael Jimenez.
I will be on a plane at 6:30 a.m. flying to LA to go visit some cousins.
And then drunk. Nice.
And then drunk.
That's what I'm talking about. All of us, all the way around, drunk. We hope you guys have a wonderful, safe 4th of July. Whether you're at the river, whether you're flying somewhere, whether you're staying put, watching soccer, basketball, whatever it is, we want to make sure you guys have a wonderful, safe 4th of July, a patriotic 4th of July.
Yeah. Go out there. My daughter, who's going with me to California, asked the question, are we going to pop fireworks? And I'm like, I don't know if they allow that in LA. I don't think they do.
Oh, man.
Huge
missed because you know how we've been petitioning for a Waffle House?
Yeah. Oh,
the Waffle House.
Wow. Nice. With a Waffle House in the arena?
Yeah.
Man, that sounds just like perfect right there.
Tasty. Hey, one last thing. Happy birthday to my daughter.
Happy birthday.
18 years old.
Happy birthday, Gabby.
Happy birthday.
Gabby's turning 18, and she is already laying the odds on me crying when I drop her off at college at LSU.
Oh, taking the over.
Taking hammer in the over.
I'm betting the mortgage on the over.
You ain't making it out of Texas.
The over-under is half a tier.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I'm going full on.
I'm going full on 5 tiers at least.
I'm going solid.
Are you an emotional guy or not?
Ugly
really?
cry.
I am an emotional
I'm a mega emotional guy. There's no way you're not crying.
Ugly
I
cry.
sense that.
Yeah, I'm for sure an emotional dude.
Yeah. Any guys that are nice that hovered around Ingram Park Mall?
Yeah.
West Lakes. We're softies. Man.
West Lakes. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Marbach. Shout out to Ingram Park Mall area. James Pledger is always welcome. Do not start any problems, please.
He's got the beard, though. That he gets the pass.
Yes. The only thing is, what I don't like...
It comes and goes.
It's too many hoodies for Marbach. You know what I mean? Like, there's too many. You got to just wear a shirt. You know what I mean? People get too curious. But we hope you guys have a safe, wonderful 4th of July. What are you guys grilling anytime this weekend?
I'm just doing.
I'll eat something off a grill.
There you go.
Yeah, same thing.
All righty, sounds good. I know we're doing hot dogs, burgers, brisket, stuff like that. I'll be at the river.
Invitation must have gotten lost.
No, you know what it did. I think I'll get it to you after this. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful rest of your 4th of July weekend. This is the Blitz. Brandon Medina, Michael Jimenez, James Pledger from ESPN San Antonio. We will guys talk to you next time.
The Blitz, weekdays 4 to 7.
Behind the scenes with Don Harris. Good luck. And man, we do thank you for stopping by.
Hey, fellas, now that I'm working from home and I drive in every day, I'm listening to you guys all the time. I love the show, man. Keep it up.
I appreciate it, man. I read your tweet and your text and say, hey, man, here's the background audit. Love that.
Don Harris joining us here on the Blitz.
I'm a fan, big fan.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like Pat McAfee interviewing